This is a Howard TV original production.
On this episode, Bobo thinks the world is going to end. Does he have a plan?
Oh, I found it.
And is he man enough to survive?
In case a dirty bomb goes down, I light the match and I see which way the wind's blowing. See, Bobo's not so stupid.
What's your problem? Testing, 1, 2.
Baba Boo.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Hey guys, what's happening? Welcome to the Bobo compound. I'm preparing for the end of days. Why I think the world's going to end? Because there's a lot of crazy people, and on this day, December 21st, I feel that someone wants to make a name for themselves, and maybe he's going to light off a dirty bomb in the city. I just want to show you guys a lot of the things that I have prepared for the end of days that might be happening this Friday, the 21st. I probably have about 6 months food supply here. I have a lot of these canned goods which can open up, use a hand can open and that's it. Tons of tuna fish here. Health bars which you can live on. Cereal, juices for the kid. Nuts, okay, these are always good. You add water to these and you have like a macaroni they have in here. They have these cookies, cases of water here. Special thermal insulated safety gloves for all of us here in the household to wear. If there's any dust down there or anything like that, I could put this on. Police scanner. So if anything emergency, police give reports of what's going on and I need to know, I get it right from the patrol cars. I figure we got 6 months of food. After that, it's lights out if there's nothing else we can get, you know what I mean?
For goodness sakes, Bobo's the last guy on this planet who should want to go on after the apocalypse. I can't imagine that Bobo, it's that important to survive. He's there with his supplies. Somehow he thinks he's going to not get stuff taken away from him or stolen or the elements aren't going to have their way with him. I mean, it's ludicrous.
I got all my rations. Now I had to find a place to hide. And I was running out of time. We actually find 2 missile silos that are not active anymore. The most convenient location that I'm looking at right now is the Lindenhurst and North Amityville abandoned military. I understand that from folks that told me about it. I haven't been there yet. But there is silos in those areas. My thing was going to be that on that day, I was going to have my family in down one of these silos. I'm excited right now. We're going to go to the Amityville location because the Amityville is the closest, and that's what you want. You want quick response. You got to get there quick, in and out. So that's where we're going to go right now. Going to take a little ride and on our way to the first location, and then we'll be going to Oyster Bay.
Bobo was a little nervous. He was anxious and hoping that he could find what he needed for his family.
I don't know what's going to happen right now. This is like, my anxiety is like through the roof right now because I don't know what I'm going to be expecting. I don't know if we're going to find any guard dogs. They're going to tear fucking my balls apart. I have no fucking idea. This is the complex. Look, barbed wire fences. Bobo's got to get in here. We got to get in here. This is it. Whoa, this is huge.
Once we got inside, we saw that there was basically a construction site.
As you can see now, this is being dismantled, which is really breaking my strategy right now. Bobo was a little too late coming here. It makes me upset now. Nah, this is not gonna work. Then our next journey was, we went up to the North Shore, Oyster Bay area. The only thing I'm concerned about now, it is farther location than the last previous one that we went to. As far as time, it may take about 30 minutes to get here. Okay, these are the grounds. Ooh, that might be something over there. This is the area of the sites where the, I believe, the missiles were kept. And
This is location number 2.
Well, the second location was interesting because this time it was actually a parking lot, but it had a silo under it. So, which we may not have ever found if it wasn't for the people we saw standing there when we pulled into the lot.
I saw you hanging out here, and I was just wondering if you can give me some information on, the abandoned missile silos here.
The steel plates are where the launches were.
Really?
Okay, and underneath all that debris and brush and all of that
is the hatches.
are where the storage facilities were.
Now, is there any hatches I can look at?
No, you couldn't get into anything at all.
No, they have no vent caps.
There are some steel vent caps that you can see on the middle and the end one.
Yeah.
This has all been covered up.
Would I be able to look at that vent caps?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, cool.
Take a look.
Very good. Oh, I found it. I found it. I knew it. This is fucking great. I'll be able to come down here. See? Get a shot of that. Let's put it. Watch this. Watch this. Listen to the echo. You hear that echo? That's the tube. That's the tube. Oh my God. I found access.
He investigated a little more and realized that there was no ladder or steps to get down. And that really upset him. That took the whole wind out of his sails.
The only thing sad is, how am I gonna fucking get down here? I can't bring my 6-year-old, my wife, and expect them to go down this thing. But if it would have been a ladder, yeah, we could have did that. I could have put my kid to my back. He would have held on. I would have strapped him on, and I would have walked down here. Sure.
Here's the end of the world, and now I have no place to put my family. So yeah, I was quite upset about that.
This would have been great if Bob would have come down. Ow! Fuck! Under my fucking foot. All right. I went back home with no real plan, and so my wife asked me, well, what's the plan? I go, Bobo has no plan. Folks, hasta vista, whatever they call it, son of bananas. I don't know what's going to happen, okay, when the shit hits the fan. Good luck to all of you and super fans. This might be the last time you might see Bobo alive again, okay? So, but it was a great ride. Howard, thank you so much for the great ride. Many, many years of great radio. And hopefully, maybe this will continue, and we'll see each other on January 2nd. I don't know, but this is it, man. Bobo out.
During our creative meetings, lots of ideas are pitched. I'm in touch with a lot of the Whack Pack community, and I knew for a fact that Bobo was, quote-unquote, a doomsday prepper.
What do you got, Joe?
December 21st, the end of the world, supposedly. It's on a Friday. We have Brian Phelan, we have Bobo, and we have High Register Sean. All 3 of these guys believe that the shit's going to hit the fan on this day.
Shuli said it could be cool to have a 101 special with Bobo discussing the end of the world and taking phone calls and whatnot. I just said, hey, instead of doing that, why don't we just invite Bobo in and pretend that the world really is ending?
Let's just bring Bobo here.
Bobo in.
Is that maybe something he would do on the
So what you're
channels
saying,
to do?
Sal, is you would invite Bobo down on Friday.
Right.
And say, look, we want to record a special and talk about the end of the world and this and that, because we really don't think it's going to happen, obviously.
Right.
And so he's sitting there and talking with you, and all of a sudden you and Richard are in there, and
Everything shuts down, but the mics are still going. So you get his reaction. Holy shit!
But what else happens? Like what else after the power gets?
Yeah, if we can rattle,
you can just play that Foghorn. You're like,
Well, I wasn't really surprised to pull this prank off on Bobo. I mean, I think just a few days before, I painted his face with my dick. I shaved pubic hair off my ball sack and I put it on his face. So pulling this off, it really was. It was a lot easier than I thought it would be. As a matter of fact, I called Bobo in advance and I let him know that, hey, we need you to come down to do something, the Whack Pack playlist.
I said, Sal, I'm not fucking coming up there December 21st. He goes, no, you got it, man. I said, Sal, I'm not coming up there. I said, it's the last day, Sal. He goes, what are you talking about? He goes, don't be stupid.
I knew he was putty in my hands. I knew it was going to be a piece of cake.
He goes, come on, we'll just do it. Howard really wants you to do it. So when I hear Howard's name, I fucking jump.
We just thought it'd be funny to see Bobo during the actual end of the world. Like, would Bobo be brave? Would Bobo panic? What would Bobo say? So we created the end of the world for Bobo.
I helped get this thing going and get it organized and get the plan in motion with Sal and DePace and Mike Schiff.
Doug came to me and he said that the guys had been working on this prank that they wanted to do on Bobo. I wasn't part of the creative meetings or anything, so I just came in afterwards, and then I started bouncing around emails between Sal and Doug and all these guys, and that's pretty much how it all started.
So the guys came to me and said they were going to pull this prank on Bobo, and we had to get prepared, and we started talking about all ways that we could fool him with, you know, putting subwoofers in the floor and night vision cameras.
So they filled me in on a couple of pranks that they wanted to pull off for this thing. One was to have this emergency broadcast notice to go on while he was in the studio. Another was to have the room to shake. Then the third thing was to have a couple of things rattle around the room, some boxes falling down. So we just worked really hard that morning and just tried to put all this stuff together to make it as convincing as possible.
All right, so I'm just going to crank on every camera. I'm a true professional. They said they need me to cover this. I did. We used 4 cameras. We just decided to let it play sort of a little more natural, played it wide, and at the moment that called for, we would kill the lights and you would see darkness, and that's how we did it. Geniuses. The faders aren't doing it here for my C&D shot. You know, this isn't my board. I could do it with the grand. Let's do that.
That's probably the easiest and best option. I'm wondering if we can still hide that night vision camera somewhere close. Just for extra coverage, I had an extra camera that had night vision capabilities on it, so I put that on Howard's desk. And so once the lights would go off, we'd still be able to see what was going on in the studio.
Once Bobo gets here, I guess, or as soon as he gets here, we'll get you a camera and just start shooting.
Start shooting it like BTS.
My role in the prank with Bobo was to be the camera operator inside the studio, so that in Bobo's mind, there were 3 people within this studio. It was Bobo, it was Sal, and myself, and that was it.
If you jump in this area, it kind of shakes everything. You can see all the lights starting to kind of shake a bit.
Since there's a floating floor in the studio, you could pretty much be anywhere in the room, and if you're jumping around, you're going to feel it almost everywhere. So we were trying to find the perfect place to put somebody.
Does this make the floor bounce?
Yeah,
it does. Like some more than the other one, I think.
Yeah.
That's really good. Oh, it might be better in here. I'm gonna let you do your own thing, but you want to just do and then stop and then do a lot more and stuff.
Is it having that big an effect when I shake?
Yeah, the room shakes.
In the preparation, we just kind of decided that it would be a good idea to throw some CDs and books in boxes right off the top of the rafters there.
You can do this. Oh, you're shaking. We got the ladder, all right.
It was a very cramped space. I was basically hunched over, and we decided that these large boxes were going to be thrown off with all this stuff in it.
My role in the prank was to hide under Benji's desk and shake it to simulate an earthquake, and also to knock some of the CDs off the desk. I'm right under Benji's desk. You want me to like just have them drop or kind of fly over past the space?
Drop them. Because if he gets hit in the face, we could get in a lot of trouble.
If the room was really shaking, it wouldn't go like flying to the side.
Just gradually push them, you know?
Okay.
Guys, you know where the RTSs are in the control room? Behind the door? Right behind when you walk in the door, they're hanging up on some hooks. Just grab as many of them as you need.
We wanted to make sure that all the guys hiding out in the studio could be able to get proper direction from the control room. So they all had headsets on, and Scott was able to give, specific cues whenever necessary.
Hi, Scott.
Hi! Get those fucking mics up already.
The guys created a fake EAS alert, and we had this, basically a fake news story. So we had to figure out how to get it into the studio without anybody here in Howard's room hitting the board. We were hiding speakers around the studio, so it sounded kind of like this booming alarm coming in.
You bang on the door, say, guys, we can't get in. There's a bomb in the building. We got to get out, and then let just Bobo struggle for the longest time. Then hit the thing and let him just pull back, and run out.
The emergency broadcast signal is going to go on, and then just bouncing can just go on, just on and off.
throughout the rest of the
And then that's it, and then just cover it, right?
Yeah.
We did a couple of rehearsals just to make sure everything would flow smoothly once Bobo was actually in the studio.
Here we go. Song number 1, Hi, My Name Is by Eminem. Guy likes to say hi, likes to rap. It's my kind of guy.
Right.
Let's go. What the hell is that? Song number 2.
What's with the shaking, guys? What's going on, man? Scott.
Attention. Attention.
Hey, you guys hear this?
This is an emergency announcement issued by Homeland Security.
1, 2, 3. Let's get out of here. Go!
Finally, the end of the world is here. It's the day it's supposed to happen, and Bobo takes off to come hang out at the Howard Stern show. So how serious could he have been?
I'm a fucking nervous wreck, but I came up here because I was told that, Howard wanted me to do something, and I did it.
Bobo, we are here December 21st. It is D-Day, and you are here recording a Whack Pack playlist, correct?
Yes, Shuli, I put my life on the line coming up here.
I can't believe you're here.
I can't believe it either.
My role the day of the prank is basically not to let on that anything is going to happen and just interview Bobo as if it's a normal, interview. What do you have with you?
I have a police scanner. I get all the police departments and the fire departments in the city in Long Island, and I have it on standby, just in case something goes down and how to get out of the city. Plus, I brought books of matches with me in case a dirty bomb goes down. I light the match, and I see which way the wind's blowing. See, Bobo's not so stupid.
No.
So when Shirley was done with the interview, Sal came over, grabbed Bobo, took him into the studio, and they were ready to go.
All right, let's get this over with. Do you have your list?
Yes, I have
too
good. Many to count.
All right.
All right.
Sal started interviewing me, and I started going through the Whack Pack playlist. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So what you're going to do is you're going to go say, hey, it's Bobo. Welcome to the Whack Pack playlist on Howard TV. And then we'll do another cut. Welcome to Bobo's playlist on Howard 100 and on Howard 101. We'll get that first.
Hey, give me a little iris on the 8, Brian.
Hey, this is Bobo. Welcome to Whack Pack Playlist and Howard TV feature. These are a lot of the songs that I put together that had a meaningful remembrance to me over my lifetime.
Okay, so let's shift. You're going to tell me when you want to start, right? Wait, hold on.
So let's go through the list, and I'll read you the songs right now.
You sound a little nervous. Just
I'm
relax.
a little nervous from this day. Bring me up on the 21st.
Stop with this. The day's almost over. Hey, Brian, give me a little iris on 4.
All right, the first song is Metallica, Enter Sandman. And let me tell you how it ties into the Howard Stern show.
So here it is, Metallica, Enter Sandman.
And here it is, Metallica, Enter Sandman.
Is that a good cut, Scott? I mean, if you like to edit. Yeah.
I was all fucking twisted, man. I was fucking stumbling over my words.
One of the best songs to me was Life in the Fast Lane. So here it is with the Eagles, Life in the Fast Lane.
Perfect.
I sat down with Bobo for a good 20 to 25 minutes before we started triggering all the little things to give him the impression that the world was ending.
All right, now? Is the next one when we're going to do it?
Right, as soon as he starts, yeah. All right. Scott and I were both working together on these cues. He would kind of wait for my call, I'd give it to him, and then he'd communicate it to the guys in the studio.
All right. Hey, it's Bobo. Welcome back to the Whack Pack Playlist.
Start the shake.
And my 4th song is Coldplay, In My Place. What the fuck?
Hold on, Scott, camera shake here. Hold on 1 second.
Whoa, man.
What the fuck is going on here?
What is fucking going on?
Stop the shake. Stop the shake. Scott.
What the hell was that?
Hold on. Let me try to figure it out. Hold on.
It's not funny, man.
Probably the building. This building sways. What the fuck?
The building fucking sways.
It's probably the building. All the time. It sways because we're so high up. It's probably the weather.
Get the fuck out of here.
I think we're good. Let's keep going. It's probably just a storm.
Dude, just relax. The building sways all the time.
All right. Where am I over here?
All right. Just calm down. Just calm.
Whoa. Okay.
So at first, we start seeing Bobo kind of smiling a little bit, and we're thinking, he's kind of putting it on. But then he's actually sweating, and you can't fake that. So at that point, we realized that, hey, maybe Bobo really is falling for this thing.
Okay, this is Bobo. Welcome back to the Whack Pack playlist here. This group here is special to me because Howard had. I have to go back.
What's the matter? You all right?
Yeah,
You need
no,
a break?
I know it's Martin. That's a Chris Martin. Okay.
All right. Now what? This is the light one now?
This is the shape of the light.
Okay.
Just calm down. Just calm down.
All right. Hey, it's Bobo. Welcome back to the Whack Pack playlist. And my fourth song is Coldplay. And this song is special to me. I know it's special to Howard.
Okay,
He had
start
Chris
the shake.
Martin up here. What
And
an interview there was.
Kill
That was
lights.
one of the best. Whoa, God damn.
Kill lights, kill.
Holy shit, the fucking lights off.
Scott, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
Scott! What the fuck?
Oh my
Attention.
God.
Attention. This is an emergency announcement issued by Homeland Security.
Holy shit!
The United States is under attack.
Right there, it was really hard for me not to hold in my laugh. It was difficult, but I knew I had to go through it because if I gave it away, I would have blown the whole thing.
North Korea has launched 7 nuclear missiles heading towards New York City.
What the fuck?
Several dirty bombs have been detonated in downtown Manhattan.
You know what? I shouldn't have came here. Shut up!
Do not move.
Keep it shaking.
The United States is under attack.
Oh my
North
God.
Korea has launched 7 nuclear missiles heading towards New York City.
Oh my God.
Stuff started falling off the shelf and shit. I said, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I said, I'm in the fucking studio, but no king of media is here, you know?
Oh!
He's on the floor. He's on the
Do
floor.
not move.
Please don't move. Don't move, they said.
This guy really believed this ridiculous notion that the world was going to end at that moment, and his face said it all.
Scott! Scott!
Bang on the door.
Holy shit.
We got no fucking reception.
I got a police scanner. Should I put the police scanner
Yeah.
on? Let me put the police scanner on. I knew I brought this thing.
I can't get through to
See,
my...
Bobo's not so
I have
stupid.
no fucking... I have no reception.
Come on.
When I didn't hear nothing coming over the scan, I got fucking really scared. I go, now they knocked all communications out.
Bobo, you want to help me open this fucking
Yeah.
door? There's enough of that stupid scanner.
All right.
Fucking pull it. Guys, can you hear me? Open it! Can you hear me?
Open the fucking door! Holy shit. It's all fucking magnetic up here, that's why.
Guys! Stop!
Oh my God.
Bobo, pull the door. Come on! Count to 3. Hold on. Just get up. 1, 2, 3. Get the fuck out of here! This way! We're going to get out of the building!
I would think that Bobo would wonder why there's a camera guy just hanging out in the hallway when everyone else just left the building. But it seemed like it didn't really occur to him. So it was good because we were able to get the footage in the hallway that we needed.
Where do we fucking go? What do you mean get out of the building?
He was running in all these different directions, and we're like, you know what? We kind of looked at each other, and we said, hey, let's keep this thing going a little bit.
I can't believe I'm gonna fucking die in the fucking studio that I so much fucking loved. I'm gonna fucking die here.
I really thought something really happened in the city.
We're fucking trapped like rats.
Just sit tight like they said. You just have to wait.
I'm a very sensitive guy, and I was starting to think that it was all gonna go down, and I was gonna lose my family. I was gonna die here in the studio.
My wife is right. She's, oh my God, I should have fucking came here. She told me that. Now they're fucking home and I'm over here. I'm stuck here. And Howard's not even here. To at least fucking die with him.
Dude, that's what you're thinking about right now? I
No.
got 3 kids at home. You
I
worried
know.
about Howard not saying goodbye to you, asshole?
When Sal was still trying to sell this thing to Bobo, some of the guys in the studio were clearly getting impatient because I think Patrick actually opened up the door a little bit to see what was going on.
Holy shit. What the fuck is that?
You'd think he'd kind of figure it's a prank or try to ask, hey, why is there a door opening? But it seemed like he didn't really care, so it was very strange at that point.
Holy shit, I'm fucking hyperventilating. You got a fucking paper? I gotta have a paper bag.
You gonna throw up?
No, fucking hyperventilating.
All right, sit down on the couch.
We got him a bag to breathe into because he was hyperventilating.
You should.
Whether or not Bobo was really falling for it or whether he was just kind of goofing on us in a way, you know, like he just didn't buy it, really didn't matter. It was still pretty funny regardless, so we had a good time with it anyway.
This is genuine, bro. This really went down to me. In my mind, I thought was really, really happening. Hands down and case closed on that one, man.
You have to punish Bobo for stupidity.
On the streets of Manhattan, and I'm an idiot. I thought the world was going to end, and I got to look for some takers now. Oh, hello, ma'am. I'm an idiot. I thought the world was going to end. Did you think the world was going to end?
No, I think we're doing just fine. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm an idiot. I thought the world was going to end. Did you think the world was going to end? No? Excuse me, sir. I'm an idiot. I thought the world was going to end. I'm an idiot. I thought the world was going to end. Did you think the world was going to end?
No.
No? Not at all? Nope. You have no nothing to say about it?
Nope.
No. Okay. Hi, how are you? Oh, you on the phone? Okay, so. Hi, how you doing? Listen, I'm an idiot. I thought the world was going to end. What's your
That's
take
okay.
on
I
it?
have no time. Ask her.
Oh, okay, you got to go somewhere? All right. Have a good day. Excuse me, sir. You look like you could talk for a second. No, I can't. No. I'm an idiot, and I thought the world was going to end, but it didn't. I'm here. We're alive. Thank God. Howard Stern Show 2013.
Hey, man, it's not the end of the world. Bobo out.
Hasta vista.
CEO of Sirius XM Radio Inc. And the reason I'm here is to announce on Howard Stern all the details about our merger. I've always told Howard that before I ever did any press, the first place I would be with Howard Stern. So before I talk to CNBC today, and before I do the New York Times and the Wall Street Journal, I'm at the place I should be, which is with Howard Stern.
Mel Karmazin is my hero, as you know. He has done incredible things for my career in radio. He's the guy who hired me in terrestrial radio. And he is the guy who just finished getting this merger put through. There's my hero. Look at him in his suit. I said, there's my hero. You're the hero of the day. You're the winner of the week. Here, Mel. Hi.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on.
What do I know about radio?
You know it all, evidently. Mel, congratulations on the merger of the new company, Sirius XM. Who came up with that name, Sirius XM?
We hired a team of about 100 people to try to figure out what we should call.
Is that true? Did you hire a lot of people to figure out what to call the new company?
Howard, have I ever hired a lot of people to do
that's
anything?
true. Now that I think about it, that's completely false. But why not give it the name either Sirius or XM? Although I started thinking about it, it's true. People know the name XM. People know the name Sirius. If you change it to a new name, you have to go out and spend millions of dollars marketing a new company.
Less of a factor than the real reason, which is if you buy a General Motors car, there's an AM button and an FM button and an XM button.
Right.
And it's in all of those cars today. The last thing we wanted to do was to make those things look obsolete. So somebody's driving in a car and they see this XM button and they say, what does that mean? And the same thing would be true if you have a Mercedes. There's the Sirius dog, as a button. And our goal was to make this as friendly to subscribers as possible. So there was a lot of other names that we could have gone with, but the simplest one and the best one for consumers seemed to be Sirius XM.
All right. Before we get into the particulars, as a personal, I'm interested in the human story here of the merger. What did this do to you as a person when you were waiting 18 months, sitting there and nudging and nagging the United States government, testifying before Congress? And the thing dragged on and on and on. It didn't, I was angry. I was upset for you. I really was. I was incensed. because it made me lose belief in the government. The government eventually did the right thing, but at a high cost. I mean, waiting 18 months slows us down. What did that do to you personally?
So I can give you the BS answer, which is it made me a better person.
No.
But that's it. No.
Give me the real answer.
The real answer is it really was dreadful. Clearly, there was no reason that this merger should not have been allowed to take place.
Right.
But even if, in fact, somebody thought it shouldn't take place, it's not that complicated. You could have sort of said,
yes or no.
Yes or no. And you could have done that real early.
I spoke to a lawyer who handles these kinds of things. He says, you have no idea how many mergers are approved where there are real questions about whether something's a monopoly. He says, and they're approved almost immediately in terms of compared to the Sirius XM deal. Why was this dragged out so long? Was it me? Did you ever think it might be me?
I thought it might be you all the time.
Right.
In part because of you, satellite radio became so visible.
Right.
And, satellite radio, I mean, if you think about when you joined the company.
Right.
There were 600,000 subscribers.
Right.
Not top of mind in any way, shape, or form.
Right.
Certainly a lot of work was done. XM had more subscribers than Sirius did at that time. And but satellite radio wasn't top of mind. Suddenly, after you joined, and after it became such big news that you were coming to satellite radio, anything involving satellite radio then became very big news. So the fact that the announcement was on the front pages of the Wall Street Journal, on the front pages of the New York Times, I had done, my career about over $200 billion worth of mergers and acquisitions.
Right.
This is an unbelievably small deal, an
Right.
exciting one,
Right.
and will be a big one, but not a big deal.
And for a small deal, there's an inordinate amount of attention on it.
Far more than we had. This deal took longer to do. We had more congressional hearings. There were more comments made to the government than ExxonMobil combined.
Which is unbelievable when you think about it.
Well, when you consider the impact of that merger and the amount of money it involves, yeah.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. When I think about this merger and how long it took and what it took, let me tell you something. You got very thin. Did you think this is a result of? Did it wear you down?
I will tell you this. I was on a hunger strike until the FCC. I tried everything to get this deal approved. We made some voluntary commitments. We said we would do things for minority ownership. We said we would do a whole bunch of things, and we still weren't getting it. So I decided that if I stop eating, maybe people will pay
But
attention.
has the government overstepped its bounds? In other words, the FCC's mission, my father was talking about this yesterday on the radio, he said the FCC's mission was never to set price controls. Where do you see the government?
Or to tell somebody how to run a business.
I mean, where do you see the government doing that? They don't even tell ExxonMobil how to do this. Why don't they set price controls for gasoline?
So the standard that the FCC has for approving a merger is that the merger is in the public interest. That is a broad standard.
Right.
So the FCC now looks at mergers and says, is this a merger that's in the public interest? They never set price controls. What we voluntarily did
was set price controls.
We said, you know what? We compete with free radio. We don't want to raise our prices. As a matter of fact, if anything, we'd like to lower our prices so that we can get more subscribers. Because you would think that if you charge $14.95 instead of $12.95, you'd have less subscribers. And if you charged less money, you'd have more subscribers.
Right.
So we, in trying to get the FCC to move the process along and approve this merger finally, we said, here's what we're going to do. And we outlined some voluntary commitments that we were prepared to do. The FCC accepted our voluntary commitments and therefore said this merger is in the public interest.
But you had two Democrats on the FCC sitting there and saying, hey, we think there should be price freezes and this kind of stuff. That sounds like communism to me.
There are two members of the FCC, they happen to be Democrats, who are by the way, very nice, very smart people, but have never seen a merger in media that they would approve.
Why?
Because they believe, in general, there has been far too much consolidation in the United States in media. There's so few companies, News Corp, Viacom, Disney, these few media companies own all of these assets, and therefore consolidation should never, ever be allowed. It's so bizarre that that viewpoint exists. I mean, I'm not...
Because this is capitalism. This is a way of making money. This is a way of a company staying in business. I mean...
But satellite certainly isn't, the free press or the free media.
No, not at all.
But not only all of those things that you guys say, I agree with, but the consumer with the internet and all of this technologies that's out there have never had more choices than ever.
Well, you know who was against this the most was the NAB. That's regular radio. Terrestrial radio was really against this. And I said, of course they're against this, because guess what? With a stronger satellite as a competitor to them, they're shaking in their boots. They're nervous that we're that good.
And Howard, I think I really do feel that I need to take some time right now to absolutely thank the NAB for their objection to this merger. Because when I told the board that we were going to go ahead with this merger, so back in February of 2006, I guess it was.
Wow.
7, I guess. I told the board that one of the things that would help our merger would be that if the NAB challenged our merger. And the reason for it, it would clearly demonstrate we compete with broadcasters.
Right.
We know, we in radio.
So your plan all along was saying, hey, if the NAB challenges it, it shows that we have competition.
There's no, how could there possibly be a monopoly if the broadcasters are fighting it? And they spent so much money, and some of the smart people in Congress and some of the smarter people at the FCC, when they kept talking about, boy, this is going to be a duopoly into a monopoly, the more the NAB said that, the more they sort of laughed and said, come on, why are you here if, in fact, you think that these people shouldn't be allowed to combine?
Do you feel a personal vindication? Did you take this personally, the NAB going after you, everyone after you?
You were a member of that group, weren't you?
That's right. You were a member of that group, and now you've given them the big finger. You won versus the NAB. That's got to feel good. Come on.
I think everybody who works, for the company should feel really good, because what we have accomplished, and hopefully we'll have a couple of seconds to talk about how the company looks today.
Right.
Yes.
I feel really good about it. When I was in terrestrial, old-fashioned radio, I hated satellite radio, okay? It was nowhere near. I mean, if you think about where it was.
Nothing, yeah.
It wasn't there. But you know what? I hated it.
Anything called radio that you had to sit and compete with, why would you like it?
Why would I want somebody, if you're driving in your car, I want you listening to my radio stations.
Of course.
I don't want you listening to, an iPod, and I don't want you listening to satellite radio. I don't want you doing anything but listening to my commercials on my radio station.
Absolutely.
So I was against it. I understand why they were against it. Their strategy, wasn't a particular good one to stop it. But even if their strategy were good and they did everything right instead of some of the things they did, the merger should have been allowed to happen anyway.
Did there come a time in the last 18 months that you started to feel the merger would not be approved?
I could tell you, Howard, from the very beginning until we closed the merger, 8 o'clock the night before last, I had doubts that the merger would happen throughout that whole process.
So did I. In fact, Robin even said when you kind of announced that the merger, or the FCC announced the merger had been approved, Robin said to me, what are you going to say on the air about it? I said, nothing. I don't even believe it's really happening. I think.
Do you believe it now that Mal is here?
Yeah, I do. Now I do believe it. And I see that the stock now is called Sirius XM, and that there's no more XM and no more Sirius. I understand now that it's real.
I sent you, I don't know if you even got a chance to look at it, but I sent you an email on Friday night after the merger was done.
Yes.
You sent me one back. And then I responded to you because you were saying something like congratulations, and I said no. Okay, so as of last Friday night, after the FCC approved it, I still had questions. We needed to XM. I don't want to get, it's not complicated. XM had a bunch of debt, so in this ugly market that exists, on Wall Street and finance, we in the last week had to raise $1.25 billion.
Oh. Wow.
So unless we raised that $1.25 billion, we couldn't close the merger.
It was still excellent question.
How do you raise that kind of money? Where do you go?
You go to large institutions and hedge funds and investors, and you tell them that, we wanted to raise $400 million of debt. It turned out we raised $700 million, and then we needed to sell some equity, and that was very ugly because the market was terrible, and I hated the thought of selling stock at the price that it was at.
Right.
But the merger was so important because the efficiencies of the merger, the combination.
Where did you learn all of this? I mean, you used to be a salesman.
You taught me this.
I mean, where did you learn all this? I mean, you started out as a radio salesman. All of a sudden, I hear you
didn't
talking
go to
like
business school, did you?
I mean, what's going on? Are you taking night classes?
So,
what did you do?
He got another degree.
All right, let me
I
ask
barely.
you this.
I don't think there was a business school that would accept me.
You sure you know what's going on? No, I mean, really. I mean, these
He
are.
sounds sophisticated.
This is a lot of stuff going on, raising these monies and figuring out how to do all this. But okay,
Sounds
here's
like a
the
lot
bottom
of
line.
stress.
Here's the real human question. If the merger had not gone through, let's paint a different scenario. You had failed. In other words, you weren't able to achieve this. Would you have left this company?
No.
You would not.
I think that would have motivated me more because there was a question in some people's minds whether or not if the merger didn't happen, would Sirius be able to survive?
Yes.
Right.
So clearly, and the answer is absolutely. I mean,
Right.
who knows, right? I mean, but I truly believe that, if you hooked me up to that lie detector test and asked me if, in fact, the merger did not happen, would Sirius survive? The answer would be yes.
Would XM have died?
They say not. I didn't have enough information about XM, but the CEO of XM said the same thing. I will tell you, had the merger not happened,
Yes.
I would have done everything possible to make that happen.
Right. To make sure they went bankrupt.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that would have been my
That's the
goal.
plan. That's the secondary
what I always
backup
said,
plan.
That there was going to be only one company anyway.
So you would not have been defeated. You would not have said, that's it, I can't do this anymore. You would have stayed with the company and you would have said, I'll grow Sirius and let XM do whatever XM does, and we will see who the better company will win.
The second part was true. I'm not sure the first part. I would have felt defeated. I mean, I would have
Right.
felt that, I tried something, spent an awful lot of money to try to get this merger done, spent a lot of our time, put our company, in essence, in limbo. The
Yes.
stock was
Right.
in limbo for this
Right.
period of time. It wasn't a bet the ranch kind of a situation where the company would have failed. But, I mean, shame on me if, in fact, the merger didn't happen because I put a lot of resources to make it happen.
Things were stalled out by waiting 18 months. In other words,
Were
you
there
couldn't even
ever-
advertise as much. You couldn't sit there and go, gee, I got to make my business plan. Don't you think even the consumers were confused and saying, I don't know which one to get now?
That last one is the most significant impact. What has happened at retail. So, yeah, people still bought the car, and when satellite radio came in the car, they were thrilled with it.
Right.
But the large number of people who want to go to Best Buy or Circuit City and say, I want satellite radio, would go into the store, should I buy it now? Which one should I buy? Are these radios going to work after the merger? There was so much confusion in the marketplace. If you think about it, it's almost like the high-definition DVDs.
Right.
There was Blu-ray, and then there was HD DVD.
And until it got all sorted out, you didn't know what the hell to do.
So no one bought anything.
That's right.
That's exactly what happened
So,
during this
okay.
merger.
Was there ever any pressure from the board? When is this going to happen? Because this is, they're looking at you. You say, let's go do this. And now it's taken 18 months or whatever it's taken. And we're sitting around doing nothing.
So all of the board members were there before I got there. So this is not Mel's board.
Right.
They were phenomenal. I mean, there was not one hiccup. There was not 1 minute of throughout this whole process and everything that needed to be done, they were 100% supportive, and I really appreciated that.
And what about on a personal level? Your beautiful wife, Terry, who I adore, did she, when the word came that the merger had been approved, was there lovemaking involved? Was there a celebration? Did she put on an outfit? I mean, what does she do?
Special?
She's got to do something good for you. What happened?
I must
Take
tell
us
you,
through every detail.
I must tell you.
Yes.
The beautiful Terry has always been there for me and has done everything.
But this is special.
I think as soon as the merger was announced and I got home and that I woke her up and I said, Tara, the merger was just approved. She said, Mel, could you take the dog out for a walk?
Is that what happened?
So that's what happened. So that's
And on another personal level, why is Tim Sabian so heavy now? What's going on with his weight?
I didn't notice.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's getting big.
Well, you went on a hunger strike.
He
Tim
ate.
went on an eating
This has been
strike.
very stressful
We all express our frustration in different ways.
That's right. So you tell me Terry did nothing special for you after the merger was approved.
What about the dog? You took the dog?
I took the dog for a walk. I did pick up after the dog. So I still know what my role in life is.
When did you become such a dog person? That's the other thing. I mean, what is this with this dog? What happened to you?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yeah,
I mean, this is
what
really
happened to you?
So when I married Terry had always been a dog person. I never had a dog.
You don't like anything but radio.
Why?
Right.
What do I want a dog for?
Right.
Terry wanted a dog more than I didn't want a dog.
Right.
We adopted a dog at a shelter. So we adopted a border collie, 4 years old, named Angel. I can't believe how stupid I was for all of these years in not having a dog.
You love dogs.
I have become addicted.
What is it about the dog?
One of my favorite charities are things related to dogs and animals. I can't tell you it's the fact that when I come home at night, the dog licks my face, because Terry used to do that. Okay?
I don't see her doing that anymore.
No more.
Maybe
no
when
more.
you know.
I just love the dog. I mean,
You
dog
love that
sleeps
dog.
in our bed. I mean, absolutely, totally addicted to it.
And would you say the dog likes you better than Terry?
Terry thinks that. Okay.
Really, it's that good.
Yeah, but the
because
dog-
I know my dog likes Beth better than me.
Terry spends an awful lot of time, with the dog.
Right.
But I truly believe that, if there's any listeners, I hear snoring. I mean,
No,
if
how
I'm-
do you win the dog over in a sense to make it like you the best?
If
Because
you're not the one spending all the time.
When Terry's not around, I talk to the dog and tell the dog all the bad things about Terry.
and the dog seems to understand.
And the dog gets it.
And so now let's look at the future of satellite radio. Okay, where are we at? Because people
What
do
is
have
this
questions.
company now?
Okay.
All right.
Great.
What are we doing?
So let me tell you where we are today,
All right.
because a lot of people have perceptions of satellite radio, small company, things like that. If you today just add XM and Sirius together, so this is where we are today.
Today.
We are the second largest radio company in the world.
Woo!
Our revenue is $2.2 billion.
Wow.
The only radio company today that has more revenue than we do is Clear Channel.
Right.
And we're growing rapidly, and they are not. So we will become, in my opinion, the largest radio company in the world.
I always said it.
In a very short period of time.
That makes them mental.
We have today over 18 million subscribers.
That's something.
The only
Well, how
company,
many people can hear us now, though?
the only company that has more subscribers is Comcast.
Wow.
We have more
Cable?
Right.
Wow.
We have more subscribers than DirecTV, more than EchoStar, more than Cablevision. So Comcast has 24 million subscribers. Sirius XM has almost 19 million subscribers.
That's impressive.
So I think the main issue of the merger, because I think the rap today on satellite radio is no longer, will satellites work? Well, we know they work. Will we be able to attract content? You're the poster child that we can attract content. Will people pay for radio? Almost 19 million people today are paying for radio.
And enjoying it.
And loving it.
Yeah.
And the satisfaction level is phenomenal. The question is, will satellite radio make money? Because it's been around a long time, and company at some point has to make money.
Right.
This merger, in essence, creates such efficiencies because we were duplicating a lot of things together. They were advertising, we were advertising, they had call centers, we had call centers, right?
All that costs money.
All of that stuff now enables us to make money. So the question now really that's left is how much money we're going to make.
Not if.
Not if we're going to be able to make money.
I like
and
this.
it's so exciting.
good.
And, I can't tell you that. I mean, do we have
Shall we
competitors?
dance?
Shouldn't Robin get topless?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
Hey, now.
I mean, really.
You never have said that in all of these years.
If you ever
How
need
dare
a
you?
reason, you've lost your mind.
Trey Jolie, Robin.
So, I mean, there's a tremendous amount of competitors out there. I mean, obviously, when audio entertainment, is big, there's a lot of ways you can get content. There are going to be more ways you're going to get content in the future. But I can't come up with a better way, okay, than our way. Because when you think of audio entertainment, you think of out of home, because in home, though obviously a lot of people listen to audio content, you still got television and internet and stuff like that.
Got even more competition.
You got even more. So the place that was always, the holy grail was in the car.
Right.
And we have deals with every single car company.
That's terrific. That is so great. I mean, that's true, because now that we're the combined company, we can do.
Under the
so
same
in
umbrella.
answer to Robin's question,
Yes.
in answer to Robin's question about when we could be heard, so the deal closed at 8:00 on Monday night. I spent yesterday at XM in Washington. I'll be back at XM tomorrow.
Right.
And one of the things that we've already worked on at Sirius, and that XM has also been working on, is when our call centers, when you call up, will be in a position, and our IT will be in a position to offer the best product on each other's service. So as an example, we're anxious to have your show on XM receivers.
Me too.
All of the receivers that are out there today will be able to get it. So the existing, 9 million XM subscribers will be able to get it. And in early fall, we're thinking September, but it may slip to October.
Right.
But the hope is in September, your show and some other serious content will be extended and offered to XM subscribers if they want to receive it.
So if I'm an XM subscriber right now or a Sirius subscriber, I still get the same services I get.
Nothing changes.
And then I can add to that.
Yes, you'll be able to, and the price that we announced to the FCC that we've committed to is for $4 a month. Right, for $4 additional to the $12.95, if you're an XM subscriber, you'll be able to get the Howard Stern Show and various other content that we will disclose as well. If you're a Sirius content and you want to get some of XM's content, you'll be able to do that as well. If you don't want to do it,
You don't have to do it.
You don't have to do it. You keep everything just the way it is. If you want to do it, that'll be an opportunity.
So you always get everything you always got anyway.
There's no disadvantage of the merger. As a matter of fact, there's an advantage of the merger, because though we have never raised our price.
Right.
I mean, Sirius was $12.95 from the time we got our first subscriber to today. One of the advantages is that we have said for the next 3 years, we're not going to raise our price.
Right.
So the only increase will be some copyright royalty, which will be a very insignificant amount in years 2 and 3 of the merger. So, the good news for Sirius is that, we're committed to the price. They keep the same content, and there's some upside.
Gary, what do you say?
Here's a question I get from a lot of people, big sports fans, right? So I'm a Sirius subscriber. I want to get baseball. Will I be able to get baseball before the end of the season?
So we have not announced any of the specific content that we're going to be offering. But if you're a Sirius subscriber and you want baseball, then, and you'd expect I would say this, then for an additional $12.95, you can buy an XM radio, and you can then make sure you can get everything.
You can hear it before the end of the season.
So it's what I understand is, so far, this is so new. We don't even know how things will shake out really in the future when it comes to technology too, right? Because like some guy called up and he says, well, I've got a lifetime subscription, Sirius lifetime subscription. Does that get affected?
No.
He asked me. It doesn't,
No.
right? It's you have the same equipment
If
and
you
the same
keep that
service.
radio, that radio we've said will never be obsolete.
Right.
Will not ever be obsolete. And you can understand why it'll never be obsolete, because if you bought a car and the satellite radio is in the car, we need to provide service to that satellite radio for as long as that car is ever on the road.
That's right. So it will not be obsolete.
So we will not make the radio obsolete. If you have a lifetime subscription, what you should do is extend your lifetime subscription for a second lifetime.
Has this whole experience made you sour on government? Honest, be honest.
Yeah,
It has,
it
right?
absolutely is. The
Yeah.
process, has just been grueling. The fact that you have congressmen, and I understand this. I mean, I've done this for a fairly long time, that they will write a letter because a local broadcaster in their market, has asked them to write it. And the argument is, gee, I am helping a constituent, or I am helping a contributor.
Right.
So when you take a look at everything that's going on in this country, housing issues, gasoline prices, jobs, and you see the people who have worked to try to stop this merger, it has to make you frustrated. You know.
And what is the system now? If I hire lobbyists and I pay millions of dollars, I can slow down or possibly stop the process of a merger. So everyone is on the take. Not everyone, but some people really are promised money for their votes.
Well, I don't think it's that. Okay, I mean, I mean, I understand how you get there with that, but I think that what is happening is that you have these congressmen and senators who want to get reelected. In order to get reelected, it costs a lot of money to run television advertising. So they are constantly, probably, if you're a senator for 6 years, you spend about 2.5 to 3 years of that fundraising.
Wow.
The amount of time that you spend fundraising. So they are very concerned of making sure that they are representing their constituents. So, the argument...
So anybody with a little, stone in their shoe.
So our enemies, the
basically
NAB.
stop government from working.
So our enemies, the NAB, go out and they hire lobbyists and they hire people with influence to sit down with these senators and congressmen and such and sit down and work them, so to speak. They put up a lot of money to stop this merger from happening. And they were successful in a sense. They were able to slow the process down. They were able to get people to drag their feet, right?
But essentially, that's what the FCC was responding to when they would take a letter from one person in Florida and say, you know what, we have to investigate how it's done.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I think this merger, took a long time because there was such a controversy for whatever reason.
Right.
Some of the things, and it wasn't so much the government, some of the proposals that were made were outrageous because people game now the process because they know what you need to do. So they now know you need to get 3 out of the 5 votes. I was hoping to get 5-0, but winning 3-2 is the same as winning 5-0.
You won.
People put all kinds of things out there. So as an example, it was proposed that we be required in every radio we make to put in a competitor's radio.
Right.
So, and by the way, that we have to pay for putting in that competitor's radio. And I'm trying to think, this is America. How could somebody say that I have to put in, or we have to put in to our radios competitors' products?
Yeah, wouldn't you love if terrestrial radio had to build in our receivers?
And I asked that question.
Right.
And silence.
Yeah.
Then we had some people who are experienced in the FCC process and knowing this public interest standard is vague and said, we think you ought to give us 25% of your spectrum.
Right.
And we said, excuse me? Give you? So our shareholders are now expected to, as a gift to you, because it is in the public interest. I said, I didn't see Clear Channel when they created this large competitive company to us, sitting there giving up any stations. So
yeah, why don't they donate a few stations to the public interest?
That's what I thought. I mean, at this point, there's
it's sickening,
they're pretty
isn't it?
big, yeah.
So those would have all been deal breakers, I assume.
And we wouldn't do it.
Yeah, you wouldn't do that.
As much as I wanted to do this merger, I needed to make sure that we were going to do the merger and we were going to be able to win after the merger. Because as I told you, we were going to win before the merger.
Right, you didn't want to be disadvantaged.
Yeah, to go backwards. I mean, so for the purpose of ego, right, to just sit there and say, we got a merger done, hooray, hooray, I'm moving on, that isn't the case, right? I'm here, and I'm going to stay here, and I wanted to get a merger done because the merger will make the company better than if it was...
Was this the toughest thing you ever had to do in your career? Honestly.
By far.
That's it.
As silly as that
Even getting
sounds.
CBS and Viacom.
Well, I mean, I must have. I did have one dinner with Sumner Redstone. I think that was worse. But
that was tough.
Other than that one dinner,
but this was hard.
This was the hardest thing I've ever done in my career, and it never should have been because it should have been
easy.
A piece of cake. You had 2 struggling companies, never made a dime. Either one never made a dime. Combined, we still have all terrestrial radio to compete with. And
why did it take the Department of Justice so long to decide?
Because they had gotten such concerns, and there was a belief. So, remember, EchoStar and DirecTV, got turned down. So people said, well, gee, there's 2 satellite television companies, and they want to become one.
In other words, they heard the word satellite, and they don't really have all that wherewithal, and they can't figure out that...
Yeah, maybe no satellite should ever merge.
Well, here's what they said. They said, there are 2 satellite radio companies. Mr. Karmazin, would you believe that there are 2 satellite radio companies in the United States today?
Right.
Yes, sir. And after the merger, there's going to be 1 satellite radio
That's
company.
right.
So this is a 2 to 1. This is a duopoly to become a monopoly. And the answer is, yes, there are 2 satellite radio companies, but forget that it's called satellite radio. We compete with iPods. We compete with other technology. Right. We're part of a bigger market. So it took the Justice Department, which was a very unpolitical process, by the way, a long time, because they went to auto partners. They went to content. They did their research. Howard, I don't know if they spoke to you. I know they spoke with your agent, and they spent a good amount of time to say, is this going to be a monopoly? And the answer would be, so as an example, when it came to Howard, the sense was, Howard, you had 2 satellite radio companies interested in you before you came here.
Right.
Now, if the merger happens, there's only going to be 1 satellite radio company. Aren't you sitting there concerned about that? And your agent or you, whoever spoke to him, would say, I came from terrestrial radio.
Right.
There's competition. By the way, if I decide when my contract is up, and you better decide when your contract's up to stay, but if I decide on my contract is up that I want to go somewhere else, there's plenty of places
to go.
Right. To go.
Yes, absolutely.
I would happily have you.
And the fact of the matter is that I'll tell you right now, I wouldn't go back to terrestrial radio under any circumstance.
Would you? I mean,
but you had the choice.
I always had the choice.
They had negotiating move.
And let me tell you something.
Creative freedom.
Here's what I said. I said you run the risk of having no satellite company to go to.
Right.
If you don't see this merger.
And then you're stuck with only terrestrial radio.
I had a bunch of radio guys say to me, this isn't good for me. I'm talking about announcers who call me and are friendly with me and say, this isn't good for me because I used to be able to go to XM, then I could go to Sirius, and I could go. I said, you're wrong. I said, if this deal doesn't go through, you might not even have a satellite company to go to
There'll be
and
no
sit there.
option,
I said, this is going to make them stronger. They're going to be able to hire better talent. They're going to be able to compete.
Pay you.
Yeah,
And the other thing is, it's stupid to have 2. It's like you don't have a separate AM radio, and then you got to buy a separate FM radio.
You have them combined.
You have them combined.
Right. No, it made no sense.
Hey, Howard.
Well, congratulations. Yes,
Can I
Artie.
just say, hey, Mel, one of the greatest things about this for you has got to be, predicting to the board that, the NAB, if they come out against this, obviously that's great for us. And they actually took that bait. That happened. But if you were still on the NAB, don't you think you would have been crowing like, guys, we can't come out against this? And don't you?
Would you have fought that's a good question, Artie's asking.
Here's what I would have done.
I mean, do you think there's anybody smart enough there to have figured that out and was crowing about it?
I mean, they spent millions of dollars fighting this.
Right.
Here's what they should have done, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to know
the
what
local
you think.
broadcasters have accepted that there's cable television.
Right.
Today, you don't hear television saying, let's get rid of HBO. We don't want there to be an ESPN.
Yeah.
You sit there and coexist. There's a role for local broadcasters, and a very important role. I mean, we're not going to do what local broadcasters do. We're not going to cover the local school closings, and we're not going to deal with some of the local community stuff. Right. So there's a role. Just like AM radio has been around for over 80 years today.
Right. They didn't go away.
And radio will still be away. What they should have said is, what are you really concerned about? Okay, are you concerned about local advertising? Of course, that's your bread and butter. So if they would have spoken to me and said, you know what, is there something we can do that would maybe you can agree to not do local advertising, or you would not do some of the concern, then, by the way, the radio industry would embrace satellite and say, you know what? We're part of the radio industry, and the radio industry now would be perceived of, in part because of satellite radio being so strong, as not as dead in the water.
Right.
Maybe more exciting.
So they should have said, hey, we're going to embrace this. The radio business will be a bigger, better business. And by the way, we're still going to get most of the advertising because it's mostly local advertising, and their business is more subscription.
You really think you would have been that way?
I don't know.
Think
because you're the guy who would have hated.
Right. At this point,
I don't buy that.
What did I want it to do? I wanted the government to shut down some of these terrestrial radio stations.
Well, I'm for that, and I would vote for that. I'd vote for any candidate who could do that.
By the way, Mel has been all over the news because of the Janet Jackson thing, and there you were right again.
Once again, I must tell you, I did feel a whole lot better about getting the merger approved than winning the Janet Jackson case.
You bet. No, this is a great day.
It was just that I remembered you were, because they kept showing your face at those congressional hearings as well.
I've had my share of congressional hearings. These were the most grueling.
What is it, Gary?
A lot of people in the office have this question: whose idea was the merger? Like, where did it start? Was it your idea?
Yeah, I mean, I must and take the responsibility for it as well. So before I joined the company, one of the board members, Leon Black. So before I joined the company, one of the thoughts that I had was, what about combining these two companies? And I had originally heard that idea when I was working at Viacom from Mike Milken, a well-known financier, and Larry Tisch, who I knew well. He's passed away. They wanted me to leave Viacom and to join. This is before you did it, and it wouldn't have been a success because of what you did to satellite radio. That they wanted me to join the company for the purpose of putting it together. So before I joined the company, I spent a good amount of time trying to understand what has been going on and have been working on it for that long. And as we disclosed earlier, I went after XM and tried to get them. They wouldn't consider it, and convinced them after a long period of time. But, you know, I mean, the final piece, just to see where it is, when you got here, we talked about there was 600,000 subscribers.
Right.
Today, almost 20 million subscribers.
That's amazing.
When you got here in 2000, when you announced, so it was before you even got here, the revenue was $67 million. Sirius's total sales, $67 million. And today, as I said, $2.2 billion.
Wow. A lot of growth. That is really fantastic. And I believe there's a great future ahead for satellite radio. More than anyone predicts, and I am pretty good with radio stuff.
Well, you know what? I was asking the other day, you know, Tim Sabian once told us about the rate of sales of satellite radio. And is the growth still that...
Well, people, you know, car companies are slowing down, but they're still selling a lot of cars, and satellite radio is going there. And I think that once the confusion of the merger is out of the place, I think that aftermarket, I think these better products, you know, that we'll be able to create where you can get the Howard Stern on XM, I think that's going to help. I think the churn, you know, where people disconnect will go down because the product will be better. So, I mean, I think that there's a lot of good things, a lot of
You did
risks,
a fabulous job. You should be congratulated and really proud of yourself.
Well,
I mean, it's a tremendous accomplishment.
Advertising campaign. Howard Stern on XM.
And the whole team, by the way, there was just a tremendous
team.
There's
an amazing group of people who really hung in there, and this is tough. And I mean, I felt for Mel going down there and testifying over and over again. I knew it was a bunch of bullshit.
That was the problem, yeah.
Dominic, you're on the air. Go ahead, Dominic.
Congratulations, Mel.
Thanks, Dominic.
Politically, I think that this is like the internet. It scares the hell out of the political parties how powerful this really is. Do you agree on that?
Yeah, I will tell you that I had a very influential senator that met with me privately who said that I am willing to support this merger if you are willing to conform to terrestrial radio's rules on indecency.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
And you know my answer on that, right? So were there deal breakers? You know, in my opinion, I don't believe that we do anything indecent at all. I think we do funny and stuff like that. So, and this Janet Jackson thing, you know, everybody thought,
can
oh my
you
God.
imagine in a private pay service? I mean, it's the same as a book or a magazine or anything that you cable. I mean,
that you choose to pick
why would a
up,
guy care about that? No. This is certainly a closed system.
And that's my argument. And my argument is that why is it that you want all media to just be acceptable to kids, that adults don't have any rights to have content that they may like? So everything has to be at the lowest common denominator where it has to be acceptable to children because, oh my God, imagine if a child heard, you know, the word penis or something.
And here we finally have a system that takes care of that.
Yeah.
It's a pay service.
Yeah,
no one has to have this in their home.
And what an archaic way of thinking. In 2008, like 40 years after Lenny Bruce and 25 years after Howard got started, to think, I mean, it's not like we're murdering people here in decency. It's just adult
Hey, by the way,
entertainment. It's like the difference between Chris Rock on HBO or Chris Rock hosting the Oscars. What's funnier?
Maybe the most important question in all this is, how does all of this affect Cousin Brucey? What's going to happen with him?
So Cousin Brucey will have a bigger platform for people to be able to hear his extraordinary shows. And I've been a Cousin Brucey fan since growing up.
A part of the package that you can get.
Well, we haven't had a lot of discussions on it, but I can't imagine why XM subscribers would not want to hear Cousin Brucey.
Are you saying?
Are
you saying the XM subscribers represent more cousins? That's right.
It's a bigger family.
And the
it's a bigger family.
The XMers are officially cousins now, is what you're saying.
We are now together. I am, as of yesterday, I had a town hall there. Yes. I'm going to have one here today at 10:30 in New York.
Have you spoken with Oprah?
I have not spoken to Oprah, but Oprah had sent regards. I love Oprah, and I've not seen her in ages. But
does Oprah want to meet with me now that we're on the same thing?
Let me write that down. When I do speak to Oprah, I will ask her.
Somebody told me there was going to be a joint press conference.
You know what would be great?
Yeah,
I said that, and somebody picked up on it and said they couldn't wait for the joint press conference.
One of the bad about the internet, right? I mean, the internet's phenomenal, right? Is that all over the internet was people are asking now, when is the Howard Stern Oprah press conference?
I know. And you want to know something? What a great promotion that would be.
Oh, my goodness.
Can you imagine?
And it's only available on satellite.
I am volunteering for this right now.
Mel, if Howard decides to stay, and you said, I think, $2 billion in sales now, by then it'll probably be $5 billion. Will you have to give Howard the entire county of Staten Island?
Well, no. What I would
Mel
say,
would never give me the entire county of Staten Island.
So here's the negotiation with Howard.
Yes.
What are you, crazy? We have a monopoly.
Where are you going to go? You've ruined your reputation with terrestrial radio. You have nowhere to go.
Yeah, Howard,
the man always gets me in the end.
Back in 19... I guess 85?
I got to tell you, I've been through a lot of negotiations with Mel. It's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
I will put this offer on the table, okay, because of this monopoly we now have. I will give you what we gave you in 85.
Oh, excellent. Thank you, Mel. As a matter of fact, there was one time I was going through a negotiation with Mel when we were at K-Rock, and I turned to Mel, and this is just how stupid I am. I said, Mel, you should treat me like you would treat your own son. And Mel looked at me like I'm out of my fucking mind because I'm not his son.
Right.
And this is how I view the world.
With that.
And when I went to a psychiatrist, it was one of the first things they ever brought up. And the psychiatrist looked at me and said, you're going to need a lot of psychiatry. He goes, the guy's not your father. He said, you end up thinking everyone's going to be your father and take care of you.
You are so bizarre because my son says to me, why can't you treat me like you treat Howard? Give me that kind of money.
I got to talk to that guy.
I'm Don Buchwald.
What is that, Dominic?
Don Buchwald, the greatest agent in the world, will only want you to be treated as well as Mel's dog.
Well, thank you, Dominic. That's very true. Well, Mel, this is a great day.
The one thing, it is on everybody's mind, though, is will all of the programming one day be the same, or will there always be two separate sets of programming?
So there's probably a closer situation. So, logically, if they have a country music channel that might be better than our country music channel, we'd want to give our subscribers the best.
Right.
So there probably will be a morphing to try to give both services the best service, but there will always be the two services because of what I mentioned to you about the cars. Our satellites can't go to the XM radios and XM satellites. So we're going to have to continue to operate, two separate operations. We're going to continue to have...
But don't you think eventually you'll be able to build a radio that can receive Sirius and XM?
Yeah, we have that radio, and we'll have that in the market soon. But that is still going to require that there be these General Motors radios that are in the car. So it's for at least 10, 12 more years, there's for sure going to be the two services. Closer together maybe on programming, but two distinct services. Wow. Longer term, I think it's 2015 or 2018, we can launch new satellites. And then when we launch new satellites, then it will be able to get to both radios, and then we could. But that's a long way off.
That's a long way off. That's great.
In the meantime, I have things to do to make this work. So the easy part, believe it or not, I've been telling people, the easy part is over because doing the deal is supposed to be easy. Now you got to make it work.
And what about Riley Martin? How will this affect him?
Have you negotiated with him?
One of the thoughts coming in here was whether or not I should tell the truth about the revenue of the company.
Right.
Because I knew the impact would be on Riley Martin.
When
and
Riley hears you're making $262 billion, it's going to drive him absolutely insane. In fact, I'll play you later in the show, not while Mel is here. Riley did call.
Oh, yeah?
Riley on his show said, I will play you tape, he's very upset that Mel didn't mention him at the press conference.
You're kidding.
That's right. And he's not kidding. He's
well,
not kidding. Marianne from Brooklyn, go ahead. What do you want to say to Mel real
I
quick?
want to congratulate you, Mel, for all your hard work, for all of us, for Howard, for everybody. And Mel, if it's too personal, who are you voting for, Mel? Because whoever you're voting for, I'm voting for.
Yeah, it's. I thought I knew who I was going to vote for, and I was hoping throughout this process, I was going to see a distinction, from Republicans and a distinction from Democrats, and knowing how important to my life business is, that one of the issues that would have influenced my voting would have been, on, what is necessary, what is better for our shareholders. And that's because, a lot of the contributions that I make to political parties comes because I make money here.
Right.
And but I'm not clear. I know Senator McCain fairly well, and I have really been a fan of his for a long time.
Yeah.
And I've not met Senator Obama. So, at this point, I haven't made any decision.
Up for grabs. You don't know yet.
I could.
Are you waiting for the debate?
I think I'm waiting till I probably close that curtain.
So
and
this
make the vote.
FCC process, you were hoping that maybe you'd have some clarity about how you felt about either party, but you're saying I would think you would have favored the Republicans in this because at least they approved the merger on the FCC.
I absolutely do. The vote was 3-2, and the 3 votes who approved it were Republicans, and that says an awful lot to me. So
And now, if you need me to advertise for you absolutely for free, I will pound the pavement for Sirius XM because I am a huge fan and a supporter of having what I like. This is my indulgence in life, and I truly believe in...
All right, I have a headache.
Marianne, we need more people like you who are willing to do things for free.
Right. Yeah. That's Mel's real push now. He wants to get as much as possible for free.
Yeah. Do whatever you got to do, Marianne. You have permission.
I see Ralph's on the phone and wants to tell Mel what he needs to do now as the head of Sirius XM. Are you interested in Ralph's input at all? Do you think it's relevant?
I feel the same about Ralph's input as I always have.
Right. Okay, good. Ralph, go ahead.
What should he wear at the press conference, Ralph?
So good. Hey, Mel really is in another world when he's waiting to talk to the candidates to decide who he's going to vote.
Right. He's really risen. I knew him when he had no access. Now all of a sudden he's hanging out with...
I love that.
Yes.
All right, Mel, there's 2 problems here, and take this seriously. First of all, my friend went to buy 2 different cars, a Hummer and a BMW. When he got the Hummer, they didn't even tell him that he had XM in it. He had to read the owner's manual. The BMW, he got the BMW. He ordered it. He gets the BMW. He goes, well, where's the Sirius? He goes, oh, you wanted that? You needed to order it. You should have asked us, and it's going to cost you $500 now. So these car companies got to get on board, first of all.
Right.
Ralph, I think for the first time I'm going to say, you've raised a good point, and I think the good news is it just shows you how successful satellite radio has been. And there's still so much work that has to be done to really execute perfectly. And a lot of the stuff is beyond our hands. When you go to Best Buy or one of the retail stores, they have a fair turnover of salespeople. And you ask them a question, which service has Howard Stern? And I do that all the time, just go in as a customer. It's amazing how frequently they don't get it right.
Yeah, they'll say XM, and they don't get it. And Ralph is right; it's true. And everyone I meet, but everyone I meet has an idea on how to improve satellite radio and improve sales and this and that. The other thing, there is Mel's right. There's a tremendous amount of work to be done. I mean, how do you get a guy who works at a car dealership to understand that? Hey. Customer walks in.
About it, yeah.
Do you want satellite radio? This is a feature that we offer. This is that. I mean, how do you do that?
I bought a car the other day. I work in satellite radio. They know I work in satellite radio. They forgot to put the satellite in the car.
It's ridiculous.
I bought a car just honestly for the purpose, okay, of I didn't have a satellite radio in one of my cars, so I figured I need to have it in all my cars, so I bought a car just to go through the experience.
Process, yeah. Right.
It is frustrating because they want to sell cars.
Right. They don't
So,
look to sell
when they
radios.
think that the car is 30,000, it's 40,000, it's 100,000, they're not focused on this low-priced item. So we have some programs. We're going to work on it. We'll get better as time goes on, but it's a real issue.
Ralph,
the other problem, Mel, is this equipment. You should be able to go in a store and buy one fucking thing instead of jumping through hoops. I got to buy a car kit. I got to buy a home dock. I got to port this. It should be simple. And then they don't have the car kit in stock. It's so frustrating. And that's if you can get this stuff sometimes.
Ralph, now that the merger's done, and now I don't have to testify for hearings, I will work in my basement on getting these radios.
Well, I've actually been doing that.
Would you consider using Ralph as a consultant in any of this? Is there any value in his opinions?
My microphones, I can't.
You can't
my
hear.
headset's not working.
His headset doesn't work. All right, thank you, Ralph. Well, there it is. I'll tell you what we should do, and I'm gonna make this offer to you, Mel. In order to get these car dealers up to speed and make it important to them to sell these satellite radios, if I can convince Gina Lynn, the porn star, to date the car dealer that sells the most satellite radios and have full-blown out sex with her.
Let me tell you, you've got the constituency that would be most,
wouldn't
interested.
that work?
Based on the car dealers that I know,
Yes.
that could work, but I can't be involved.
You can't be
Mel
involved.
can't go out and
but,
sell that.
I mean, isn't that really where it's at?
I think
Sex and
they
money?
usually use money as an incentive.
I think that's it. Listen, Mel, I've taken up enough of your time.
Yeah, get to work.
I need to deal with the stock. I mean, that's the
now
issue
you need
now.
to deal with the stock. I think people are impressed with what you have done. I know I am.
Thank you.
I am special, but this seems to make you even more special, which is terrific. I am very grateful that you did this because I'm going to tell you, I could never have predicted that 2.5 years ago when I signed up with the company, actually 3.5 years I signed, I said satellite radio will be big. And I really felt that it would take off, and I think it is the future of radio. But I never would have thought in 2.5 years the companies would merge.
And by the way, in my opinion, and I'm not blowing smoke, but for you, it wouldn't have happened.
Right.
Because I think the only way it happened was that Sirius became a good competitor to XM because
Absolutely.
XM was bigger. And had Sirius not been equal to XM, we could not have gotten that done.
Will we go down in history together, Mel, you and I, for some of the accomplishments we've had? Now, I'm going back to the terrestrial radio days. It seems every time that we've gotten together, huge successes have happened. True or false?
You will go down in history.
What about you?
I'll be happy to be a footnote.
You will only be a footnote.
Footnote.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that, too.
I would prefer to go down in history and have you be a footnote. No, but seriously, what a great partnership this has been. It's
been great.
Honestly, I mean, you're really a terrific guy, and you've done some terrific
Do you think,
things.
Howard, sometimes that the other people you've worked for in the past who only tried to hold you back
They're
and
assholes.
control you, that's what they decided to do with their time.
Well, in the history of
Instead
Howard's-
building a company,
Yes.
they tried to spend their time controlling
Mel is the
you.
only guy I work for who actually said to me, "You're an asset. I can sell your show." He's the only one who could sell it.
Mhm.
He was the only one who fought for me. Honestly, I've worked for a ton of people. They were all jack-offs. I've said this on the air before, and you'll hear me say it in the History of Howard Stern Part 2, which is a big special coming up. I talk extensively about Mel being the key person in my career. You can't have my kind of career if you don't have somebody backing you up.
Right. But
And
for-
Mel
for
always
full-
backed me up.
For full disclosure, in the History of Howard Stern Part 2, which I was interviewed for, I tell the story about how you wanted to be syndicated into more markets than I wanted to do it.
That's true.
And you and Don convinced me to do it against my better judgment
Yeah.
at that time. So
I talk
in
about
fairness,
stuff like that, but the bottom line is we always figured stuff out together and moved forward and moved
And my
ahead.
point is, you were always Howard. These so-called business people who were the general managers of the stations before never understood what they had in their hands. And I wonder if they now sit around kicking themselves because you passed through their fingers.
Oh, yeah, you've been great for me. I mean, and I tell everyone, and I say it, and I don't want to get into a love fest, but the fact of the matter is you're terrific. Congratulations. And I'm going to tell you something about me. I am so fired up now because these scumbags at terrestrial radio, they haven't suffered enough yet. They sat and fought against this thing. Now you've got
Now
real
you're pissed
competition.
even more. You're even
I
more
am
pissed.
so pissed off now. I wasn't pissed off. They had a sleeping lion. I was fat and full. But I'm going to tell you something. I got an enemy now.
Now you got a fire in your
this
belly.
terrestrial radio deserves to compete now. Now, because they have a strong satellite competitor, they're going to have to sit there and figure out how to make their product better. You see, this is the
Oh, that
point.
is,
Now there's competition.
ridiculous.
Now there is real competition. You're going to have to figure out how to beat us and make your programming better than ours. And I got to tell you something. You are in big trouble.
Don't have a lot of faith that you can
We
do that.
are fired up. I'm fired. I don't know about anybody else. I'm fired up.
Yeah.
What?
Well, you know what, really, Howard? I mean, really, when you think about it, he's right. You came into a company, you signed on, it had 650,000 subscribers.
Was that Mel roaring in the background?
That was Mel.
I heard
Mel
him.
is a
It was Mel.
big
He's going wild. He loves when I get fired up. Listen
But
to him.
listen to this. And when you signed on, that was the big question. Will he even make a difference? Will he have any impact at all?
There'll be a difference. You wait and see. You wait and see who wins.
In my opinion, the untold story when this merger is done is the impact that you had on getting this done.
And 50 years from now.
Did you take
And
a
can you
meeting?
believe this? What is it called? A museum of broadcasting, or what?
Take the Hall of Fame.
So-called Broadcasting Hall of Fame. How could you have a Broadcasting Hall of Fame and I'm not in it? Some reverend they put in there.
For the record,
I don't care, by the way.
4 years ago,
yeah,
I was inducted.
That's
into the
right.
Hall of Fame.
Rightly so.
Even you are in the
You
So
should resign.
Why do you want
Why
to
don't
be?
you-
Why do you want to be
I
a
don't.
member of something that I'm a member of?
I just want to point that out. That's all.
Yeah,
How dare
if,
they?
If you go to the racetrack and there's a horse named Parmesan Stern, you bet on that horse.
Well, you know, in my opinion, and the last thing I have to say, because I really got to get back to work, is that in all of show business, okay, there are very few people, and I can't really think of another one that is as impactful, okay, in business. So the idea of having you be so impactful to do billions of dollars of a merger and to be able to take a company there, I think is extraordinary.
You're right.
And I think that if you even begun to think in years ahead of leaving, it would be like me sitting there saying, you know what, now that it's done, I'm going to leave. So as much as I'm committed, I'm assuming, Howard, that you're committed.
I am committed to this company. You know that.
There are people that have lifetime subscriptions, and I
Here he
think
is
you
again.
have to have a
Sucking me
lifetime.
back in.
You need a lifetime contract.
If I loved my fans
If
and
you
this
cared-
company, I would be here forever. Let me tell you something. You're
Your
absolutely right.
legacy is not cemented yet.
Maybe if you stayed a little while.
Admit it, Mel. That shithead Imus, he couldn't bring over 3 people to satellite radio.
Maybe if you committed longer, you would one day get inducted into that Hall of Fame. And I'll do. If I have to
am
buy the
committed.
Hall of Fame, I will buy the Hall of
Always
Fame.
sucks me in. Let me tell you what I'm doing. I am commissioning a statue of Mel for this studio. I am going to get a top artist. And Gary will roll it in here, and you will have an honorary place here in this studio. I have not done that for anyone.
It's impressive.
And you will have your statue. And wait till you see it. Quickly, Gary, order me a bust. All right, listen, Mel, applause.
Yes.
Congratulations and kudos. You have done it, my friend.
Thank you.
And you, aside from being a dog lover, are a people lover and committed to this company, and I admire your accomplishment. I love what you've done. Congratulations. And for the government to make you wait 18 months and to make all of us wait 18 months was a sin, but you got it done. And again, you're a winner. You're not a loser. If anyone calls you a loser, they're wrong. You're a winner.
Go out of here knowing.
All right.
What are you going to do? Are you going to celebrate?
Well, no.
Did you open champagne?
Did not. What I'm doing is I got a busy day today because, as I said, this is the first press that I'm doing, and I got a few things that I have to do in that regard. I'm talking to employees at 10:30. I'm going to XM again tomorrow.
Are they nervous or something?
No,
Is that
they
why you have to
shouldn't
go
be.
over there?
No,
They shouldn't be,
I just
right.
want to learn more about it.
Are they going to stay in Washington?
That we're going to have a huge facility and continue to operate in Washington. You know, we have about 1,000 employees. They have a little over 1,000 employees. We're going to operate in both places. Purpose is to learn more about XM so I can integrate the company in a smooth way. And I will have a a glass of champagne
Fabulous.
or more on Saturday.
Excellent. We welcome our brothers at XM to the company, and this is terrific. And congratulations.
Mr. Karmazin.
Yes.
So how does it feel to have this huge weight lifted off your shoulders?
Well, the weight is still on my shoulders because, number one, we have to make the merger work, and we have to prove that it was the right decision to do it. So just getting the approval is the first step. Making it work is more important. And then we have to create the value for shareholders who own our company. So I think we still got an awful lot of work to do.
And now, what does this merger mean for the world of Howard Stern?
I think that more people will be able to, listen to Howard Stern show every day. There are an awful lot of people who bought General Motors vehicles because they wanted that car, and unfortunately they're not able to get Sirius there, where shortly and within a few months they'll be able to get Howard Stern. So I think it means more people to be able to listen to Howard Stern.
All right, sounds good.
Great.
Congratulations.
Hey, I was listening to the wrap-up show yesterday. I just want to say a couple of things, because it was a very interesting wrap-up show, and I don't know how many people heard it. But I
didn't hear.
Yeah.
What was so interesting?
You know, we've been having this problem. We have a program where we have to search things. So if Sal puts in phony phone call, he's got to spell the word phony consistently. You know, you can't spell it F-O-N-Y or P-H-O-N-Y or P-H-O-N-E-Y or...
Every time he spells it differently, it means it's less likely you'll ever find that thing again.
Yeah, you got to do an exact match, which, by the way, I think is wrong, and I think there should be spell check on our system. I don't understand why there isn't, because then it underlines it when you spell something wrong, and then you have to go look it up, so it helps. I don't know. I don't know. We have programs that are from the dark ages, but Sal came in to explain that he's a good speller. And then the guys on the wrap-up show said, okay, here's some words, some simple words to spell. And every time he spelled each word two different ways. and that's, he goes, I'm a really good speller. There's no way I did.
He can spell words several ways.
It's unfucking believable. The simplest words. Listen to this.
Let's hear this.
Somewhat of a reputation of misspelling things from time to time. I think I'm a great speller, but I could tell you right now, there's no way I spelled phony 7 different ways. Well, I would say 2 tops. The real way, phony, and maybe with an E sometimes, because phony, phone call, phone has an E in it, and then you can see how I can add a Y to phony, phone, Y, phony. But I'm not even saying that I did that. But there's certainly no way 7 times. No way.
You consider yourself a great speller?
I'm a very, very good speller. You could throw spelling at me. I will challenge anybody.
Oh, no,
How does spelling be?
God, come on now.
Go ahead, right now, me and you, Ronnie. And if you lose to a word, I get to smack my cock on your bifocals.
I don't. First of all, I don't wear bifocals, and second of all,
trifocals, whatever they are.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and you
I'm a good speller.
You laid in the sun yesterday. You look like you're a ghost today.
Really?
And then what's wrong with you?
I don't know.
You're
Maybe
all
it's a
pale.
lie.
Why did you bring up Scott Salem? Why did you say it's Scott's
Well,
fault?
no. And I made it perfectly clear on the air, John. I said I'm not throwing anybody under the bus.
And then, not throwing anybody under the bus, but Scott Salem.
Yes, and because I know Scott in the past has certainly misspelled quite a few times. We know that. You know,
I really don't know that.
Oh yeah. On the top 5 songs, he's been known for spelling certain celebrities' names wrong, which is understandable.
But we're talking about 2 different things here. We're talking about misspelling celebrity names and misspelling regular words.
Right.
And I think Scott's probably more guilty of celebrity names, and you're probably more guilty of words.
I would take that, but I can assure you that I have not spelled phony 7 different ways. And
3? Maybe 3.
Maybe 2 tops with an EY. Maybe. But you could throw me. I'm pretty good at spelling. I am.
Got a word for
him? I am. Don't give me a crazy word. Like
we just have a couple. Receipt?
Yeah. R-E-C-I-E-P-T.
Exactly.
There you go.
Wait a
give
minute.
another word.
R-E-C-E-I-P-T.
Well, which one is it?
Wait, receipt. I before E, except after C. Duh. R-E-C. Receipt. R-E-I after E, except after C. R-E-C-E-I-P-T.
Yeah, that's my point. He's concentrating right now. Imagine when he's back there with the computer. He's not
and
sitting
he's just dashing it off.
Exactly. He can't get anything right. Keep going.
That's a common one.
Okay.
That's a common one, he goes. What does that mean? It's a common one. It's a common word. You should know how to spell off the top of your head. That should be ingrained in you, receipt.
And then he even recites the rule, I before E, except
Right,
after C.
and then can't follow
And
it.
you can't remember what the fucking rule is. You can't apply it.
No, it's not that big of a deal.
Siege.
With an S?
Yeah. I don't know. You tell me. And the definition.
I don't know if there's all right. S-I.
Siege.
Well, it might be siege. I don't know about that. That's a tough one, but.
Oh, my God. How is that tough?
They're all tough so far.
S-E-I-G-E.
S-E-I-G-E.
S-I-E.
He spelled it S-E-I-G-E.
And then changed
And then
it.
he sees this look on everyone's face, and he goes, S-I-E-G-E.
S-I-E-G-E.
You did that again.
S-I-E-G-E.
You spell it both ways.
You're getting me nervous. S-I-E-G-E. I got that one right?
No, not really, no. I mean, eventually you
Yeah,
do.
which time?
And when you're back there on my computer system and we can't find anything, it's because...
This is exactly what's going through his head.
It's unbelievable. The guy is just fucked up.
How about Connecticut?
That's ridiculous.
Now look at it. He goes, that's ridiculous. Connecticut.
It's one of the 3 states in the tri-state area.
And I'm listening to this. I said to myself, he'll never get the second C. He'll
Yeah.
never get it. And of course...
How about Connecticcut?
That's ridiculous.
Why?
First of all,
It's a
state
state.
that you live there, Gary.
doesn't
You write it
ma-
every day in your mail.
But it doesn't matter. You should know. I know. I'm pretty sure I know how to spell every state because you did it in school.
Connecticut. C-O. Connecticut. N-N. E-T. Connecticut. I-C-U-T.
No.
Well,
it's
come on.
a
Good
hard
try.
one.
It's a yeah, but
it's Connecticut.
Connecticut. All right. Well, it's close.
That's my problem.
That's what he's doing with the prophet. He's getting
Yeah.
close.
So he leaves the C out, and then when you do a search on Connecticut, you can't find it. Oh. He should not be inputting into a computer. Why, does he do that many bits that he has to go into the computer? Can't somebody enter those that's got a, sort of a half of an intelligence?
But to
And
say he's a great speller.
And like the other thing is too, like if someone said, "Oh, you spell Mississippi or spell Massachusetts," I might have to really sit and think. I would just go on Google and look it up. He doesn't do that. No, you don't.
I'm going
you don't care.
Yes, I do care. I care tremendously, and I can spell Mississippi, by the way.
Good. But there's 50,000 other words you just spelled everything twice. Like you didn't get anything. You didn't nail any word.
But at the end, I got it. Plus, you're
and not only that. You're back there. Nobody's sitting and watching you. You're just fucking typing away with your madness.
No, you think I'm just sitting back there with my feet and lollygagging.
Because you're not going to sit there and recognize that you spelled receipt wrong. You're not even going to think about it.
I do think about it because when I initially did it, I did it wrong.
Okay.
Then I
Whatever.
corrected it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, but
please don't input.
and-
Let somebody with half a brain do it.
But I haven't screwed up the spelling as bad as everybody's making me out to
Sal,
be on
I
the
can
profit
guarantee
system.
you have.
No, I haven't. And it
Prove
bothers me
you
that it
haven't.
bothers you.
Prove that you haven't.
Because I know how to spell. I know how to spell.
Sal, you can't spell.
Yes, I can.
You don't know that?
I can spell. I bet
couldn't
you I can spell better than
receipt.
half.
A 3-year-old can spell receipt.
I got it right. It
And
was
then
just
you go I before E, except after C, and you still can't do it.
you ask me a word and give me a, and instead of me blurting it out, I'll think about it and give you the right answer.
But you don't think
I bet you I could spell better than Gary.
You're not even understanding what I'm saying.
I
You're back
do.
there. You're not sitting and checking your work because you think you know how to spell.
I'm a little impulsive on the spelling. I'll admit that. I figured that
So
out
when you're
from
back, at least there on the show, you're really thinking it through. Can you imagine what you're like back there when you're just kind of hanging out? You're not sitting and saying I before E after C.
No, not in those cases. But I can assure you that I've never had a problem with you spelling with the profit system and spelling.
You haven't had a problem because nobody's been aware of it. You're just spelling away.
I've never had a problem finding any piece of media that I've sent to you in any capacity.
But that's not the point. When other people go to search for it,
right?
They don't think like an idiot. In other words, you're on an idiot level, so you know how to spell like an idiot. So you can
Thanks.
search anything.
That's very
well.
nice.
That's a compliment. You're
Well,
consistently stupid.
We need an idiot-proof system, I guess.
Well, we don't have one.
Well, I'll work on it. And
now, what are you going to work on? You're not working on anything.
I can work. My spelling is good.
How are you going to work on your spelling?
Because I'm good at because the problem
You're not good
is
at spelling. That's the first thing you got to work on, and admit that you're not.
Okay, my weakness is that
Your weakness is spelling.
I'm too impulsive with the spelling.
Sal, could you please? We had a conversation this morning,
Yes.
right? What are you going to do?
I'm going to spell check everything. I'm going to be very aware of what I put in.
Spell check
and
words like receipt.
Oh, yes, I am, because everything that
No,
I
you're
type
because you think you can spell it.
Everything that I type into the Prophet, Howard, I'll put into Google first, and I'll make sure.
In other words, he's just going to put in RECIEPT, and he's not going to think about, like, oh, maybe I'm spelling that wrong. He's going to say, I know how to spell it.
Howard, can I show you something?
Yeah.
Go to Gary, page 2.
All right.
Okay? You don't have to play this. Just look at it. Go to the fourth one down.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's a good example.
What is it?
You wrote the word Napoleon. Okay?
I didn't write that one.
Napoleon
You did.
Dynamite.
Just you did.
Oh, mate. Okay, well, we've also discussed
How do you spell Napoleon?
That's a good one, but the thing is that we've explained in
How
the
do you
past.
spell Napoleon?
I just want to say before I spell it.
Spell Napoleon.
Napoleon.
Now you're sitting and thinking. Imagine back there, you just kind of randomly.
Now, instead of me blurting it out, I'm going to step away from the mic and think about this.
Go ahead.
How long should we take?
See my point, though? He's back there. He's not sitting and thinking. He's just typing.
He doesn't walk away from the computer.
Exactly.
NAPOLEAN.
Okay. Not only is that wrong, but that's the third wrong spelling, because that was wrong, and then you spelled it on here NAPLEON, which is Napoleon. You left out the O.
That's a friend of mine from Bayshore.
It's a disaster. You don't know
Napoleon, and we've all admitted that names are different, and because
look at me. You don't know how to spell.
I do know how to spell. I do.
You've got everyone wrong.
We just haven't asked him the right
you spell an easy
yet.
word like foreign?
FOREIGN.
Right. Okay.
Howard.
Yeah.
Same page, second column, all the way at the bottom in blue.
Okay. All right.
I just spelled foreign. That's a difficult word. I know how to spell.
All right, good. You got one right.
And names, even Gary made it yesterday. Celebrity names
look at
are
this.
difficult.
Misunderstood. How do you spell that?
Misunderstood. All right. Misunderstood. MISUNDERSTOOD.
Yeah, except on here you spelled it Miss, M-I-S, and then you put a space and a capital U as if it was like Miss America. Misunderstood.
Well, that's odd. That's, you know.
Yeah, that is odd, isn't it?
But at least we can confirm that.
You turned her into a woman, misunderstood. You're fucking insane.
I'm Mr. Understood.
You don't know how to spell. You don't know anything.
I know how to spell. I just proved to you that I just
spelled one word right out of 20.
Foreign and misunderstood.
No, you spelled misunderstood right now, but on there you spelled it wrong.
Because, again, I found my weakness.
Because you got nervous. You went, oh, misunderstood. That must be like 2 words.
No, I think it was just
you broke it. What do you mean? No, you broke it into 2 words and you capitalized it. Capital M-I-S, and then space capital U-N.
That is a little odd. I wouldn't do that in a normal
odd,
circumstance.
yeah.
But
Well,
the thing is that
he wouldn't do it under a normal circumstance, like work. You can't spell.
I just spelled foreign and misunderstood, dude. I'm a good speller.
You didn't spell misunderstood right. You do everything wrong.
I spelt it right for you here.
Yeah, here, because I'm sitting here and questioning you.
Because
when
found
you're back there on your own, you don't even think.
You just found a chink in the armor. I'm impulsive, and I figured out the problem. That's the problem.
But how are you going to know when not to be impulsive? Every word you're going to stop and think?
Not every word. Come on.
Yeah, so you're not going to sit. You're not going to sit and think about misunderstood. You're just going to type it.
Oh, like I said, like Napoleon, right? How could he?
Napoleon, you mean?
Yeah. How could if he thinks that's the way it's spelled, then he won't spell check.
That's
no,
exactly
I will. Okay,
right.
here's the point that I'm trying to make.
That's the whole point I've been saying to him over and over again. He doesn't understand.
You don't understand.
Oh, okay.
The point is, I'm saying, boss, you made something.
Can you spell reindeer? That you can spell, right?
REIN.
Right.
DEER.
Good. Okay.
All right, I'm 3 for 3, dude.
3 for 3?
Foreign, misunderstood, and reindeer.
No, I told you spelled misunderstood wrong.
On there.
Yeah.
But when you...
How are you going to know you don't
I'm going to tell you how. Because, A, I'm going to...
Thank you.
When I give you the answer, you don't want it. What's the point of you asking?
I told you, you play receipt. Wrong.
I'm trying to put you at ease. You're saying, Sal,
Connecticut. Wrong.
I can do it now. I've learned it.
What was the other word you got wrong? A ridiculous word.
Siege, but I got it right.
Siege.
Oh, no, you gave it to us both ways, and the other one was receipt. You went back and forth and back and forth. You gave us 2 choices, so whichever one was right, you'd say you'd know it.
Who knows what you could spell?
This guy says McKine. He can't even pronounce machine.
Come on, you know that's not true. He could spell machine.
But I can spell. I've just proved to you that I spelled 3 words, and I know what my problem is. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to type
What
it
about
in.
all the ones you got wrong? You don't count those?
People get things wrong all the time. You have to
but
fix
the problem
them.
is we have a
fixing
computer system where we need to search.
Absolutely.
So the fact that you get 3 out of 7 right means the 4 you get wrong we'll never find again.
And that will not happen in the
All
future.
right, thank you.
And I can assure you that those
I can assure you it will.
No,
Because you
well,
don't take it for real.
I so do. It
right,
kills me that you think this
You're
way.
ruining our system.
You're ruining my head.
Yeah, good.
Well,
because you're ruining my system.
I'm not ruining your system.
You're ruining my system.
It won't be ruined.
We can't find half the bits.
Everything will be double checked. Even if I think it's correct in my own head,
good.
I'll
All
double
right.
check it on Google. I'm going to double check. Remember the games? I used to fuck up the games. You've never had a fuck up with the game in a long time.
How would I know? I don't go in there and search. My guys do.
Right.
And they're saying you're screwing up all over the place.
They're all full of shit that I'm
What?
screwing it up.
Same page, top of column 2, light blue.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So you know the bit anal receiver? How do you spell receiver?
All right. I remember that one. Receiver. R-E-C-E-I-V-E-R.
Okay, so how do you think you spelled it in our computer
I
system?
switched the I.
R-E-C-I-E-V-E-R.
It's a common
How
mistake.
a common mistake? It is not a common mistake.
That's why they. That's why they
mackerel.
created that phrase. I before E, except after C.
Right.
That's how common the mistake was. That they had to put a phrase behind it.
No, they teach you that in second grade so that you know it. So it's a no-brainer.
All right.
As soon as you see that C, you put the E there.
Everything will be double checked, spell checked, and put in. You'll never have a problem. Ever. Never ever.
Anal receiver.
Yeah, I'm receiving it anally right now
No,
from
you're
you.
not.
Yeah,
No, you're
yeah.
not. I'm too nice. Most people would fire you. I've spoken to other people who run like media things, like I do. They like one mistake and they fire somebody.
Yeah.
I just put up with all your bullshit. Come on, man. You're not that busy that you can't get
I'm
this
not saying
right.
that I am. I'm just saying that.
Would the word bureau just blow smoke out of your head?
B-U-R-E-A-U.
Yeah, how come you can spell that?
Because I can fucking spell.
No, you can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't spell receiver.
I just did. I know I screwed it up there. It's because I work too fast. I'm jittery. You know,
well, stop it.
I know. I'm on beta blockers now because of that.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Whatever that is, could double your dose.
Triple it.
Beta blockers. What kind of shit are you on now?
I don't know. I need to be on cyanide with you.
What are you on? Beta blockers?
Yeah, I'm
what
on
is
beta.
that?
Propylethylene or some shit like that.
You don't look
at me.
That I'm not fucking smelling.
Propylethylene. He doesn't even know what he's taking.
Because I have the shakes and stuff.
Yeah, what is that?
It's just my nerves. It's just a neurosis.
What are you nervous about?
You.
Me? I hardly talk to
Listen back to this later. You'll see why I'm nervous.
I'm nervous because I got a computer system filled with misspells.
I have a tendency to act without thinking. That's where I think this is one of the situation here. But I'm aware of it. And now
You're like putting your foreskin on Twitter. Now you're going to get thrown off. He finally got on Twitter.
Right.
Yeah.
First thing he tweets, he gets a warning from
Right,
Twitter. Who
right,
gets
his
thrown off at
foreskin.
Twitter?
I know you have girls with fire hydrants up their asses. That's fine. Me, I show them the tip of my penis, and
Is that
it's like
not allowed?
I'm like the Frankenstein monster. It's allowed, but apparently a few people were so repulsed that they reported it.
Oh.
People are having their breakfast. They see my anteater. They're not happy.
Right.
But whatever. But I take these beta blockers because they help calm me down because I have the jitters and the shakes, and I act
But
impulsively.
is beta blocker a thing a doctor prescribes? Or,
Yes, a doctor did. A doctor did prescribe it, and
Can you imagine what doctor he goes to even?
I can't even.
it's a wonderful doctor.
Imagine.
He's
And he looked at your handshake and he goes, "I just take some beta blockers."
He's a Palestinian from Miami.
Is he?
He's a good guy. He's a good guy.
A lot of my guys shake. Scott DePace too.
Yeah.
What's his problem?
He's just all fucked up.
It's a normal thing that runs in the family. It's called essential tremors.
Right.
So
That's
more
probably
about
what-
it Sal.
It's probably what Sal has.
Yeah,
Exactly, same thing. And you can take pills or let it go. I don't really care.
Yeah.
My dad has it so bad when he picks up a soup spoon, it just flies all over the place. He can't. Yeah.
Well, if you were my son, I'd shake too.
Thank you.
I'd be nervous every minute.
Well, now that I'm aware of the issue, and hopefully I put you at ease a little bit.
Well, you have not.
Well,
but please get it right.
You need a beta blocker because you should be rest assured that I will fix everything.
Is that what the guy said? You have essential tremors?
Essential tremors, yeah.
Why are they essential? What does that mean, essential tremors?
I don't know. That's a bad name for it because it doesn't seem to be essential.
Spell essential.
ESSENTIAL.
You're a great speller. You're an amazing fucking speller.
Essential.
You can't even spell essential.
ESS.
You're fucking retarded.
Oh, maybe one S. One S.
All right, go ahead. Let's hear the new spelling now. All right, we're up to spelling number one. Let's go to number
Essential.
two.
I would think essential.
Go ahead.
ESSENTIAL. Oh, ASCENTIAL.
All right, that's second. All right, you got that wrong. Go ahead, try again.
ESENTIAL.
All right, that's 3. Go ahead now for number 4.
And finally, Essential. ACIENTAL.
All right, that's 4. Let's keep going. Now you're up to ASIE. I mean, it's fucking wacky what's in your head.
Well, Essential's
There's
a tough
nothing
one.
in there, man.
Essential.
And you're in
tough.
charge of putting shit into my computer, and I keep you on.
Dude, 1 out of 5.
You are not allowed near
I got
the computer.
foreign, I got bureau, I got a lot of...
Does Richard know how to spell? Can you hand your work over to him and let
Yeah,
him
he spells. He spells great. But I'm a good speller.
How would you know if he spells great?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy.
Who is a guy, Gary, can Richard spell?
Sure.
I know he has a higher IQ. Did you hear that spelling of essential?
Essential. ESENTIAL. I would think. Maybe 2 N. ESSENNTIAL.
You're up to 6 now. 6 spellings. You still haven't gotten it right. Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I have more spellings for you after this.
Well, the essential's the big one here. I mean, listen to what's going on. There's smoke coming out of his head.
You have to admire my tenacity.
Right, go slow, stop tremoring, and let me hear you spell essential. Do it slow and think it through.
Essential is like I mean, I really see ESS. I definitely see that. ESSEN. Essential. ESSENTIAL. I mean, that's how I.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
my final.
All right. Well, that's okay.
Can you spell it for me?
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
That's the first one that I said.
No, I don't know. You said something else. You threw a couple other doozies in there.
See, and it just took me a little time. You got me a little nervous. Right. My essential tremors kicked in, and then
I'm just going to throw you one more example. Yeah. And this is what I said yesterday about how there's 3 different ways to spell a word. You never know which one Sal's thinking of. Right. Go to the second column, the second one down.
Okay.
Second column. Second one down. Gary, page 2? Oh, yes. My God, you're kidding me. Well, but maybe that he wanted it that way.
I don't think so.
You know?
In some cases, that's
maybe the guy sent it in that way because it's like Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. I think he spelled it right.
No, he did right.
He did right.
That's correct. Yeah, he's doing a parody of Sweet Judy Blue Eyes.
Right. Yeah, sweet.
Okay.
Gary thought it's sweet. It's sweet brown ass.
Okay.
And so you spelled it S-U-I-T-E because it's like sweet.
Sweet, right. Yeah. S-U-I, right. I know the difference between the two
that's
sweets.
right. He did it
Hotel
right.
sweet versus sweet is candy. S-W-E-E-T.
Right. All right. That's good.
So there you go. Not too shabby.
Essentials. E-S-S-E-N-T-I-A-L.
I think that's the first thing that I said. I think it... Thank you, Fred.
Did he get it right the first time?
I think it was the second time.
Oh, okay.
But you were having so much fun.
Well, everything's going to be double checked.
All
That's
right,
it.
thank you.
And I'm willing to take the
you're not here
responsibility.
for spelling, but the thing is...
It's important. It's a technical
it's important.
aspect.
We need it. We want to be able to find your work.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, go back there and think about
Did you
spelling.
like today's work? We had a new...
All right, goodbye.
Goodbye.
It's the Sal Show. And what is with you at Twitter?
Get out of
He's
here.
the first guy ever got thrown off Twitter.
In his first tweet.
In his first tweet.
They've latched on a permanent warning to all my postings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people are aware of it.
You know, it's amazing because people, I'm on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't really know all the rules of Twitter, but I don't really curse or anything because I was like, well, gee, I don't know if that's allowed on here. So I'm
And it is public. Anybody could read it.
Yeah, I don't even write the F word or any of that. This guy goes right ahead and just starts posting pictures of his foreskin. He doesn't even question whether
Never
he should
even
do it.
hit a little speed bump that said
No.
maybe that's not a good idea.
No.
Well, you've always been an advocate for foreskin, so that's,
Right.
And there's 20,000 nerve endings in the foreskin that I've studied, and that
I've studied.
80% of that gets
Jerked
cut
off. That's how he knows. All right, get out of here. All right, thank you.
That's true.
I'm trapped in a conversation.
Get out of here.
Sal. I got it right. I love him. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Yeah, Ross from Brooklyn.
Yo, hey now.
Hey now.
Yo, can you imagine buying a fucking stock from Sal and
No.
he punches in the wrong symbol into the computer and you end up buying a stock you didn't even want?
Oh, I mean, this guy was a stockbroker, handling people's money. I don't know what it is to be a stockbroker, but I got to imagine it's a very precise kind of job.
I mean, it's ridiculous. Actually, I got to be honest, I used to work with Sal.
Yeah.
And he, for a long time, in the morning, he wouldn't even work. He would sit by a window in the back. He had binoculars, and he would look in the window across the way watching a girl shower in the morning.
I believe that.
Ask him. That's what he would do every morning.
At least people's money was safe.
Yeah, right. At least he wasn't handling transactions.
It's ridiculous. Like, I mean, you go to buy an Apple stock, you can't spell Apple. You end up with some,
Yeah, right. Like he puts into the computer, like he can't spell apple, so he puts in something, like
eyeball.
What did this guy say about?
That he used to work with you, and instead of doing your work in the morning, you had binoculars, and you would look at this girl taking a shower.
Oh, that's true. I mean,
he comes in here to refute whatever's being said.
We would circle around. Yeah. Everybody.
Can I ask him 2 words, Howard? Because he looks at a lot of porn. I have 2 words that I feel like he should interact with during porn, and I want to know if he knows how to spell them. Can I ask him?
Sure. All right.
Okay. Can you spell voyeur?
Voyeur.
Voyeur.
All right. Let me think about this.
Uh-oh.
He started to say absolutely. now he's taking a knee.
Now, voyeur is a difficult word, and I took some time to think about it before acting impulsively. And I would say voyeur is spelled V-O-Y-E-U-R.
Very good.
That's right.
Okay, one more. Amateur.
That's a good one. Amateur. A-M-A-T-E-U-R. I'm hoping. Wait. A-M-A. A-M-A. Wait, amateur. Oh, God. A-M-A. Amateur. A-M-A-T-E-U-R again. Final answer.
I believe that's right.
Wow.
He's so nervous.
I know.
He's like sweating bullets.
It's amazing. You got a guy on your staff who can't talk and a guy on your staff who can't.
He got him right. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of him. Now he's thinking.
You know what? You should have been in the spelling bee. You know how those kids go.
I really think I could spell a lot better than a lot of people here. I would be willing to,
Sal, how is it you were a stockbroker? Like a guy calls, I don't know the stock business, but you call up, right? I'd call you and I'd go, Sal, I want to purchase some stock.
Sure.
And then you have to handle that transaction?
Absolutely.
And then what do you do when the guy gives you the order?
I put it in. I fill the order.
You put it in the computer?
Yeah.
How do you find the stock symbol?
We would have a system similar to the Prophet that would be one for. This is how you find the stock symbol. What's the symbol for Apple? What is it? AAPL.
Can you imagine how creepy that is? That he. Oh, I mean, I can't imagine him handling people's money. And
Why?
Then,
I spelled.
And then what do they do?
How
do you get the money from the people?
That goes through. That's another system altogether.
Oh, they don't let you handle
No,
actual money. Yeah.
none of that.
Thank God.
None of that stuff.
There's got to be somebody brighter than you handling the money. I mean, the whole system is shaky if Sal's handling the money.
Well, the economy's been in this shit for quite some time, and I would say there's quite a few people out there that are ruining us financially.
Right. Okay.
So it's not just me. And I can spell. I proved that I spelled pretty damn good today. So
yeah, you did a great job.
And
I have a lot of confidence.
Thanks. I can see.
Thank you.
Now, can you spell February?
February.
Okay, I shut up then. You got me.
All right.
Who is this?
My name's Ross.
Okay. Very good. Good talking to you, pal. Yeah, those binoculars were wonderful back in the day. It was
All right.
great.
Thank you.
All
Sal.
right. You're welcome.
Dude.
Yes, sir.
Forget the spelling.
Thank you.
Let's concentrate on how you're sitting there taking shit from Gary.
What about?
You're letting him pile on. What are you doing, man? This isn't Sal.
No.
Stop going on the offensive.
No.
So what? You're not a great speller. Who is better than busting on Baba Booey?
Every dog has his day, and when the time comes, believe me, he'll get it.
This is the best of the wrap-up show. A recap and behind-the-scenes look with John High and Gary Dell'Abate. The Best of the Wrap-Up Show begins now.
On Monday's wrap-up show, we discussed Robin drinks wine not to get buzzed, but for the taste. And no one agreed. We were all shocked and angered.
I do want to talk about a statement Robin made early, which a lot of people are taking umbrage with, and that's she says that she drinks wine for the taste and not to get buzzed. And this came from Howard saying he can't drink for 3 weeks because of a medical thing, but are you calling bullshit on that?
Yes, I think we all are. I mean, I think sometimes you say stuff on the show and then you get backed into a corner and you can't get away from it. She may like the taste of wine, and she might say some wines go good with food. That I'll give you. But you like getting buzzed. People drink to get buzzed.
Yeah, that came as a surprise to me. I believe she likes the taste.
Yeah, I do too.
But yeah, you want it to alter your mind a little bit. That's the whole point.
It relaxes you.
Yeah, if you missed it, here's what Robin had to say following up on Howard.
The only thing that concerns me is what you say about your drinking.
Right, go ahead.
You know, you do it for comfort. Like in social situations, you like to get a buzz on so you'll feel more comfortable.
And also, I like the taste. I do like the taste of wine.
I understand that, but, it's that thing of using the booze
to loosen up. Yeah, I definitely do that.
A purpose. That means you're not just drinking for the taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're drinking
to loosen up.
To feel more comfortable and to be able to fit in a social situation.
Yes, that's definitely true.
Yeah, and that bothers me because you shouldn't be doing
I just assumed everybody did that. What would be the point?
They do, but that doesn't make it right.
Oh. If you're just drinking for taste, then have fruit juice. It's 10 times better.
Oh, no. I love the taste of wine.
Yeah, and also you like that warm buzz that comes over you.
No, I don't. Again, I don't.
Bullshit.
Why is it wrong to want to drink and loosen up a little bit when you're in a social setting? Now, I don't mean get drunk and vomit. You want to drink and loosen up.
I think what she was alluding to, and Robin, if you're listening, come down. You can explain yourself better than I can. But I think what she was alluding to is she felt bad because Howard's relying on the booze in order to make him be that way. He needs it in order to get in that kind of mode.
That would make him an alcoholic. By the definition of what alcohol is, if you need liquor to perform some sort of thing, that makes you an alcoholic.
That's the path I thought she was going down. Did you take it differently?
Yeah, 100%, and I think maybe what she was saying is it would be great, or I'm going to put words in her mouth, like I think it would be good if you learn to do the same thing psychologically, which is really hard to do for everyone, I think, for most people.
Without the drinking. But she also said there were times where she'd be at parties and just feel sad for everyone.
That weirded me out. That weirded me out. I mean, I don't know that we've ever gotten so drunk that we're sad. You just get drunk. It's weirder to be. Listen, I've been at parties where I've been the only sober one at the party. Like I started, I went on this diet like a year and a half ago, so I didn't drink for like 3 months. And I went to a neighborhood party. And I'm like, man, these people get loud. They spit in your face, when they're talking and everything. But it's just different. It doesn't. I didn't feel bad for them.
Larry and Philly, you're on the wrap-up show.
Hi guys. The fact that I support Robin, the fact that. It's hard for everybody to understand Robin's point of view, that you can have a social drink and not do it to get high or to get drunk. That's something I do. I don't do it to get drunk. I don't like that feeling. I like a taste of wine or a beer with dinner.
Larry, what would you say the percentage of people that drink in this country fall into your category? I would say under 1%.
Yeah, it is, but it's like trying. Let me just explain this. I believe it's the philosophy that has Howard or everybody going. You don't have to get drunk. You don't have to do that. I mean, it's fine to drink, and it's fine to do whatever it is that you
choose.
Hey,
Larry, the argument wasn't like getting drunk. Are you saying that you don't? I think what people were surprised by when Robin was like, "No, I don't even like. I'm not into the effect, the intoxicating effect."
I'm not either.
So you're not. So it's not even. You're not. It's not an extent argument. You're just. That's not the enjoyment for you at all.
Well, yeah, it's a philosophy. For example, I mean, I'm 63. When I was smoking weed or occasionally one time dropping acid or something, I did it for...
You just did acid for the taste?
No, I did it to learn to understand something. That was my philosophy. If you come now, there is no philosophy. Somebody takes something just to get bombed, and there's no experience to learn, and there isn't any experience to do anything.
Larry, I can't tell you how pompous it sounds about the philosophy of drug taking. I mean, it's your thing. I get it, but it sounds pompous that somebody's taking drugs incorrectly.
Well, perhaps I might take it too seriously, and I might agree with you, but you don't have to do something to get extreme. That's all I'm...
To get what?
You don't have to do something to get extreme. That's all I'm saying.
And I think, thanks, Larry. I think that's what Robin was saying too, in a way. Like, you shouldn't need that in order to act that way. But that argument of drinking without the buzz, it's like, you're smoking just to exercise your lungs.
I'm having sex, but I don't want to finish.
No, but I do get that. I always thought it was ridiculous because I hate the taste of beer, but then people drink non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing. Those are people who used to be big beer drinkers and just need to pretend they're still. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. Non-alcoholic beer is the dumbest thing ever fucking invented. It just is, because I wouldn't drink beer unless I was getting drunk.
I got one use, Gary. My friend's wife drank it when she was pregnant at like barbecues just because she missed the taste.
I mean, to each his or her own. Let's put it that way.
On Tuesday's wrap-up show, Gary mentioned that the fact that Ronnie might ask Twitter co-founder Biz Stone to verify his Twitter account, and that just set Ronnie off. So much so that he came down here and confronted Gary, and things got heated, and it got a bit uncomfortable. Check it out.
We were talking before, Ronnie, about a Twitter guy. One of the heads of Twitter's coming in, and the question
tomorrow.
Yeah, and the question was, are you going to address any of the problems you've been having with Twitter with him, since he's the main guy?
Well, according to Gary, yeah, I will.
No, I was saying you should save it for the air.
Yeah, but Gary, I got to ask you a question, because, it's really bugging my ass lately. Like, you really got a fucking hard-on for me lately, and I don't know what it is.
I don't have a hard-on
No,
for
you got a real chip. Like, I don't know. Every time anything with me comes up, you're the first one to stick me in the fucking back, even if it... I don't get it with you lately.
I have no beef with you, Ronnie.
Yeah, well, I don't know, man.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, give me an example.
I can't remember off the top of my head, but every time he can throw a dig at me, he can't. He will. No matter what.
I thought that you might say something to me.
Why would I say anything?
Because I know that
the fucking rules here. Why would I ever fucking say anything?
Because I know Twitter is important to you.
It's not that important to me. Okay? It really, and I even asked you about, helping me out with it, and it's like, oh, I don't know.
What did you ask?
Help me out with what?
About getting, I said, Gary, how do you get verified? Oh, I don't know.
No, Ronnie, that's not what happened at all. And I told you don't fucking listen.
Oh, I did.
No,
listen.
you don't. You don't fucking, because if you listen, you don't understand. That's exactly what I said. You can't get verified. I got verified. I had nothing to do with it. There's nobody to call. There's nobody to ask. Twitter decides who they verify. That was the fucking answer I gave you, but apparently it wasn't good enough.
No, I asked you if you could help me out with it.
How could I help you do something that I couldn't do for myself?
Okay.
No, but answer the question.
All right. Okay.
I didn't get myself verified. I woke up one day and there it was.
And the first thing you said, oh no, well, he will definitely ask somebody when the guy comes in.
I said you'd probably ask him because I know.
Why would I do that?
Because I know it's important.
Do I do that with guests? Do I do that with guests? Do I ever fucking interact with guests? I'm the one who's yelling at everybody for interacting with guests.
All right, I don't have a dagger for you, Ronnie.
No, lately, dude, you do.
You go in circles too.
I go in circles.
Yeah, you do. In a month it'll be JD again, and then in a month it'll be somebody else.
I don't go in circles, dude.
You have a
me and JD's thing is a fucking shtick thing, okay? And everybody knows that.
Everybody does?
Yeah, everybody knows that.
John, did you know that?
I found out about it down the road.
Right.
Initially, I didn't think that was the case.
Okay. All right.
But this seems serious, Ronnie. I didn't know you were that upset with Gary.
Whatever. I'm not upset with him. I just can't. His attitude with me totally sucks. Totally fucking sucks.
I don't know what to say.
Well, can you give me an example?
There's nothing to say. I don't want to say anything. I don't have any examples right now in my head. I can't think of them right now.
It's a feeling.
But, yeah, it's definitely a feeling, because every chance you get, you fucking put me down like I'm some kind of piece of shit. And even if I'm not in here.
All right.
So
Ronnie.
I know you're referring.
So
to...
I guess I can't crack any more jokes.
No, you can crack everything. You can do whatever you want. I don't care. dude.
See, I think it's cracking jokes, not putting you down. But I guess it's a fine line.
No,
and I guess
No,
whatever
you can do whatever you can do
whatever
whatever you
relationship
want.
we had that was funny isn't funny anymore.
The show is the show, and I don't care. You can do whatever you want. But my feeling, I know what my feeling is. Okay, and that's it. There's no.
See, I would feel worse if I was like walking through the halls bad mouthing you, which I dare you to find anybody who would say that I'm doing that.
He is.
No, I didn't say. I never said that.
I dare you to find anybody credible.
Every chance you get, you fucking put me down.
Ronnie, is he
lately? It's not all the time. It's not up until I would say a year ago.
Wow, it's a whole year that I've been giving you a hard time.
Not giving me Gary. I'm not saying you're.
Well, putting you down is giving you a hard time.
Not to me. Not me personally in my face. It's like on the air.
I got it. I know what you're saying.
Do you think that he's doubting your professionalism?
No, dude. I don't know. Dude. It's got nothing to do with.
No, because of what you brought today. You said Gary would, of course, think that you would talk to the guy.
Well, he said it. Well, I heard it. I heard him say it.
I'm telling you, I said it. You don't have to hear it.
Yeah,
I
heard it. No, I heard it.
I don't know what. I'm looking you in the eye, and I'm saying I said it.
I don't know what would make you even think that. Have I ever done that with a guest? Ever?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know the answer to that. Probably not. I clearly didn't think about it as much as you think about it.
Okay. Fine.
Everybody's out to get Ronnie.
No, I didn't say everybody.
But that's what it sounds like sometimes.
All right, fine. Okay.
Pat in Buffalo, you're on the wrap-up show.
I got that thing, that complex or whatever.
A little bit.
What Howard says, Whatever Howard says goes, so, you ride,
Ronnie, you're my
ride
hero.
with it. Go ahead, Pat.
Ronnie, you're my hero, Ronnie. That's all I got to say, man. I think what it is, it's bottom line is that your success is going to Gary's head. It's driving him up a fucking wall. And it's making him jealous, but not throwing pitch, motherfucker. Just enjoy Ronnie's success right now. Give him his 15 minutes of fame. The guy makes the show what it is today. It's explosive when he's on. It makes people listen, and it makes people show how much of an asshole you are, Gary. It comes full circle. You rip on Richard and Sale last year. You jumped on them when they were starting to get bigger and bigger. And just, it's okay if you can't throw a baseball. We understand, dude. Just go read a fucking book.
I actually wrote a book. You can read it.
Gary, are you envious of Ronnie's success?
Oh,
is that what this is?
Right. Come on.
Off the record,
this is stupid.
I'm a little upset about Topless taking over Baba Booey.
No, I don't think so. And then, now it's getting. See, this is stupid.
It's getting silly.
No, I know you're being real, but I'm following up on what that guy was saying.
Well, I'm not listening to what that guy's saying. I'm just saying for other things. Okay, it's got nothing to do with what the guy said.
So how could you guys work this out? I mean, you shouldn't be uncomfortable up here, Ron.
I'm not
if you
uncomfortable.
Feel Gary,
I'm not
you
uncomfortable.
are if you feel that Gary's trash and you left and right.
I go and talk to Gary every day what I have to talk to him about, and it's fine. I have no problem with Gary. It's just that, I hear the way he talks about me. That's all.
When I took a women's studies course at Penn State, and before we took the course, we all had to sign a contract that we'd make it a safe environment and empowering for everybody. Maybe we should do that here.
What safe environment? I didn't threaten anybody. What are you talking about?
No,
there's no threats here.
Where you're comfortable to come out.
I'm just stating how I feel. That's all. I'm not allowed to state my opinion.
Yeah. No, that's
according to John, you're allowed to call in and state your opinion. I'm calling in right now. I'm stating my opinion. This is how I fucking feel.
No, you should. I'm just saying. I could tell Gary's taken aback. He's surprised. I'm surprised. This coming, right?
No, I'm surprised. I didn't think that you would think this, but I don't feel bad about it because I don't think what he's saying is true. I think sometimes we crack jokes on the show, and sometimes people get sensitive. I don't think that I've been hammering you.
It's not even that.
But it is. You're saying that every time.
It's nothing about jokes.
So what is it, Ron?
But they are jokes. But you don't see them as jokes.
No, there's a lot. The way you say it, it's not joking. That's the whole thing, Gary. If I could get taped for them to play back that shit that I can remember, but I can't remember everything offhand. I heard what I heard today, and it was serious the way you said it. Yeah, about me asking the guy from Twitter tomorrow.
I think that is that the
I wouldn't fucking do that.
Is that a horrible thing that Ronnie might ask the guy from Twitter to be verified? Is that like it's not like he was stealing money?
If Howard thought I was doing something like that, he'd be pissed off. And so it wouldn't be a joke to him.
Were you saying on air or off air you thought he would do it?
I thought maybe when he's talking to me, listen, it's not like the guy's going to sit down and Ronnie's going to go, hey, verify me. But he might say, hey, I got my Twitter account. It's really cool. And just start the conversation.
Right. Like, it'd be cool if I was verified.
When we started this show today, we were saying how when he first comes in, Ronnie lets him in casual conversation, it might come up.
Right. That's exactly right.
Not Ronnie's going to corner him and say, hey, I need to do this.
Exactly.
That's not the case.
But if he says.
But that's what Ronnie heard, by the way. What you just said is what Ronnie heard. But not what we said.
I didn't know being verified was that important to you.
It's not, dude. The only good part about being
Now who's busting
verified,
your
I can't
balls?
have these fucking guys busting my balls.
Oh, you mean...
And have my fucking account shut down. Not that I... Look, I said yesterday, you shut my account down, I can't get it back, that's fine with me. I was at the point yesterday I'm not going to go fucking crazy over this.
So how'd you get it back?
You were complaining, and...
How'd I get it back?
Yeah, who'd you call?
Okay. I told it on the air real quick.
Oh, this is the Xena Buddy girl.
Yeah,
thing,
so
right?
when this all happened...
I got it. You got shut down. So who do you call to get it? Because it's hard to call somebody at Twitter. There's nobody to call.
I didn't call.
Somebody did
The
it for me.
Xena Buddy chick called. She's the one who filed the complaint for me originally. She helped me out.
Got it.
First, me and Sal we
I got it. No, I heard
me
all
and
that.
Sal did it first.
Well, there you go. That's a good first
No. Me and Sal we filed the complaint, and I don't think Sal ever got an answer to it. So then the Xena Buddy girl, who supposedly knows all these Twitter people or whatever, she's so involved with it. This, okay, whatever she does, she got in touch with Twitter, and then when they shut my account down, because she helped me fill out there's like a form.
Got it.
Then I faxed in all the shit I was supposed to fax in, my driver's license, a business card, all this kind of bullshit to prove how I was, everything. And then yesterday they shut my account down instead of shutting the other account down. So No,
I understand. You're repeating yourself. I understand all this. I was just trying to figure out how you got it turned on again.
She did it. I don't know how she did it, but she did it.
Maybe
within like 5 minutes.
Maybe she's Twitter.
Maybe she is. Who the fuck knows?
You should have asked her to be verified.
I'm going, hey, Xena, verify.
She's working on it, she said. Hey, I didn't ask her to do it.
But you can't work on it.
Gary, who do you think wants to be verified more?
JD. JD,
yeah, JD
absolutely
wants to be verified.
I think Ronnie would like it a lot.
I think Ronnie would love it if he was verified
No,
and JD wasn't.
But hold on, I think this.
You're gonna wait. You wouldn't love it if you got verified.
Yeah,
and
I
JD
would.
didn't?
Okay, I would. But you know what? Me and JD, we always got along, no matter what. Okay, even if we fought, we always got along.
I thought you and Gary always got along.
So
we
did I,
did.
and,
We do.
And by the way, I don't believe you when you say you and JD always got along. There was a period of time where you guys were in here.
With my show,
and it wasn't shtick, and you were fucking
with the
pissed.
show, yeah, I was pissed about that.
So you didn't always get along.
Yeah, but it started off as a joke, and it wound up to be, because
right. He started joking with you, and then all of a sudden you didn't see the joke.
No, but then because all of a sudden he got the power, and then he really fucking became.
But you didn't see the joke in him getting the power?
Yeah, I saw the joke in that. But still, somebody took this fucking show away from you. Would you be happy? Would you? If a guy like JD if Benji got the power and just said, you know what, Gary, your show sucks, I'm taking it away from you. Would you be happy about it?
What are you going to do? That's part of work on the show. Yeah, I wouldn't be happy about it, but you understand that the only reason he took the show away from you is because he knew how upset you'd be and get a great reaction out of you. It had nothing to do with power.
Yeah, okay, so so whatever. So now I never got the show back. So it wasn't a joke, obviously.
All right.
Right or wrong?
True.
On Wednesday's wrap-up show, we talked about the big Twitter verification competition between me, Ronnie, Kaplan, Brian Phelan, and ultimately the old man won out. And watch us discuss it, and I tried to hide my jealousy and sadness.
All right, now let's get down to the verification process.
Yes.
So all along, the plan was to have Biz verify someone here, and a lot of people wanted to be verified with different interests.
Yes, a lot of us wanted that.
And going in, it seemed like I thought JD was going to get it. We talked about it on the show. He wanted it, but Jason went in there, Phelan went in there, a couple other guys went in. And as it turns out, Ronnie is the one who gets verified. And the reason Biz gave was because other people had been posing as Ronnie. But Ronnie's been on Twitter for what?
3 weeks?
A couple of weeks.
But he also said, I thought the other important thing he brought up was a lot of people wanted it for the wrong reason, meaning you shouldn't want to be on Twitter. Like Phelan said he wanted to be famous. That cut him right out. JD said he wanted to meet girls.
No, I never said I wanted to meet girls.
You said you wanted to get laid, I thought.
No, Howard brought that up.
And you said, yeah, that'd be cool.
No.
Well, but
Go
Ronnie
ahead.
had that compelling part, but he also had the fact, and this is what Biz said, that Twitter accidentally knocked him off of Twitter when they were trying to get the fake
Right.
Ronnie off of Twitter. He said that was part of his decision making.
It's kind of like a make good.
But do you think that JD or Jason or any of the guys who didn't get it could have done something differently to have been verified?
Well, I said to JD that he probably needed to be. I thought his argument was as good as Ronnie's. He's just not as forceful when he speaks. JD's just sort of like, I'd like to be on it, but Ronnie was like, here's why I need to be on it. He was like, bang, 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 and then the whole time he was going 30 seconds.
Well, when he was calling out the 30 seconds,
I get that.
That was so funny.
But he was looking at his watch. He was taking that very seriously, right,
So
JD?
he looked right over it. I was expecting like a little hint of a smirk. He was all business. That was business, Ronnie.
He can count. The boy
We all have, I think. I'm sure from the show. I know I do. I know you guys have said you do. We all have impersonators, and that's the nature of the internet and the nature of our show. So I bet we all will be verified eventually.
I spoke to the people in the green room. There's a woman that was with him who he told me is like the heartbeat of Twitter. She's been with him before it was Twitter, when it was that other company. And she's like their tech person. She's got like a laptop and a phone. And she was asking me about my verification. I said, I don't know how it happened. And I was telling her about the timing of it, which was, I think I went on Twitter about a year ago. I got verified like not too long after. And she said, yeah, she goes, I don't know. She goes, it's a lot harder to get done now. Almost like I sort of slipped in before they were working on it a little bit harder. She said that maybe because I had it, she's like, if you have it linked to a website, that helps a lot too for verification.
No, when you got verified, I mean, it might even be harder now, but trust me, when you got verified, it was impossible to get verified.
And I still, and she was,
but did they ask, like, had you, I guess someone's heard it on the show. I mean, I wonder if it's all word of mouth. Did they say to you, did anyone ever call you up? Did they ever write you and say, we need your ID?
No, you
No.
just
So how do they even know you're the real Gary?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that.
God or something.
Why does getting verified mean so much to everyone?
Well, it's two things. It lets everybody know that, that you are who you are. Like he remembered me because I had emailed him once before I knew anything, even before I had a Twitter page, because there was a Mary Delabate Twitter page that was saying these really terrible things about me, but they weren't completely off the map that you wouldn't believe it. So it would be like, Gary's such a loser. He can't throw a baseball. I wish he would take the kids, So I emailed him and he got that one taken down.
And now joining us is the newly verified Ronnie Munn.
Do you see what he's wearing on his suit?
I can't
Somebody
see.
put a giant blue check mark on his suit.
Verified.
Now, Ronnie, you made a very strong case for being verified, but somebody pointed out a month ago you weren't even on Twitter. Why the change?
A little over a month.
It would be. I would call it meteoric.
A little over a month.
I mean, it's tremendous rise. Why the change? Like, how are you dealing with this?
What do you mean? How am I dealing with it?
Well,
look what I had to deal with. I had to deal with getting verified because everybody's breaking my balls on it. So
yeah, but you're acting.
It's no different than being here, except there's a lot more people.
I don't know. I'm sensing a little false modesty here, Gary. I think Ronnie is proud and should be proud of being.
Well, you're
chosen.
excited about it.
No, I am. I'm excited about it.
You made the best case.
Yeah, I try. I told the truth.
Now, when you were calling out 30 seconds, were you playing mind games there with the other competitors?
Yeah, definitely.
And it seemed to work.
I guess so.
Yeah,
It was only fair.
What do you mean?
I only got 30 seconds, and Howard cut me right off. So I felt that I cut everybody off in 30 seconds. I had my watch.
I didn't get 30.
With
I
my
got like
second
10
hand. No, you got more than 30 seconds.
Oh, really? How many seconds?
You got
did
about 38 seconds.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And JD, he would have got an hour if I didn't stop it. So.
You and Gary,
Sorry, dude.
Are you and Gary okay now?
We're fine. We were fine yesterday. I was just, stating an opinion.
Well, now you guys are like brothers.
Stating an opinion.
We talked today, but I actually sort of spoke my true feelings about Ronnie yesterday in a tweet.
What
I said something like, Ronnie got mad at me at wrap up today. Got to say, I was taken by surprise. I have nothing but love for Ronnie.
So this is before
I professed my love for him in a tweet.
That's like 3 times.
Oh God!
This is before you shared the blue check mark. Because now you're both verified, I guess.
Right, now people actually know it's Ronnie that I love.
Have you been actually inducted yet?
No, I don't think so.
And Ronnie, have you been getting any, weird comments from anyone else or jealous gripes?
No, actually, it's been a lot of mostly positive. The only haters that I got were the guys that are faking me out. I thought my imposters.
I thought we were banning that word.
Oh,
for the
okay,
show.
no more haters. The people that
assholes. Let's say assholes.
The assholes that were impersonating me were the only ones putting out bad stuff, pretty much.
Now, in the first hour of the show, Howard and Robin spent a lot of time talking about how you misread people and also how you're the most immature person on the staff. Wow. Do you agree with that?
I think we're all immature in our own way here.
Okay, but if you had to choose the most immature, who would you?
Why do I have to choose anybody?
Because I'm asking you.
I don't want to choose anybody. I don't know. I would say Sal.
Sal?
Yeah.
Not Richard?
Well, he's a close second.
But you think they're much more immature than you are?
Yeah,
Based
definitely.
on what?
Based on every time they walk out of the door of that room, it's either something about somebody's cock or some kind of joke or harassing me or harassing somebody, stealing Gary's breakfast or whatever. It's a clown place in there.
I always I want to say, well, I think Richard might be more mature than Ronnie because Richard's done something like he's going to get married, he's doing all this stuff. And
I
then
did that already.
And then I always go back to the fact that Richard tried to get elves to tuck him in that fucking hotel. And the thing that's funny is they showed up and Richard's like, tuck me in. And I was like, then I just think he's a big child.
And he actually paid for that,
And he
too.
paid for it.
Yeah,
But like
okay.
they were like horrified and they tucked him in. That just makes me laugh.
Well, that's a fun way to look at it. Like I was looking at like who can handle a crisis the best. And I don't know. Like I think like who would get I mean I get frazzled on the show sometimes, a lot of times. I think I'm pretty good at handling. I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes JD, you don't seem to me like you're great at handling crises.
Well, I try to avoid crises actually. But, whatever comes up, comes up.
Are you genuinely disappointed about the verification
Why
thing?
I thought we had moved on from that.
No, we're back.
We're hitting the quarter hour. Every quarter hour.
Sorry to disappoint everybody, but I have to leave.
Some verified club meeting?
Yeah, very important verification.
Ronnie,
meeting.
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
RM limo
Verified
driver,
Ronnie,
69.
the limo driver, who you can look for that blue check mark if you're on Twitter to see what he has to tweet. Now, JD, let's get back to your disappointment.
I am JD Harm on Twitter, by the way.
Yes, you've mentioned that. Now, I think you're masking your disappointment here a bit. I know this meant a lot to you.
No, am I disappointed? Yes. But did I expect it? No, I don't expect anything. If I expected it, yeah, then I would be crushed. But, it's just another thing that doesn't happen. I was telling Greg Carmel, I'm used to things not going my way.
I was gonna say, that's the whole thing with JD. Like, when in life do you go, today's the day it's going my way?
Really?
Yes.
I didn't know you had this Charlie Brown
Do you feel
outlook
like a
on life.
stud when you've talked about you like there was a hot stripper that you were having sex with?
Yes.
Did you feel like wow when you were inside her?
Listen, there are certain moments in my life where I surprise myself and I'm like, wow, I can't believe this happened or that happened. But do I expect anything good to happen? Hardly ever. So that's just me.
On Thursday's wrap-up show, there was a lot of talk about why Scott DePace hates Twitter. We didn't understand his explanation on Howard's show, and he came in here and made another explanation that made absolutely no sense to Robin, Gary, myself, and Benji. But Scott gets very heated and animated about his opinions and why he won't listen to anyone else's, and, well, you can see it for yourself.
Speaking of Twitter, Scott DePace explains why he won't follow me or Jason or those not worthy, even though he's a huge Facebook user.
Listen, that service, the guy Biz said it yesterday. It was started as a way for anyone to just broadcast their thoughts. Right. I'm not interested in anyone's thoughts.
That's okay.
Hold on.
Oh, God.
Now, as to a certain celebrity, I guess I get that part of it, although it's not for me, so I'm not doing it. But I guess I could see why people would follow Robin or Howard or whatever, or some sports guy, but not Benji, John Hein.
Hey.
That was my
Okay, so here's what I would say. Even though you say you're not on Facebook a lot, why Facebook? How is it different?
Facebook has that same thing. I think that's crazy. I don't want to know that some person just went to some had ice cream.
So wait, is your question? Because let's just take away your anger about it, because you seem like
I'm angry that Robin can't understand it.
No. But you
either.
just want a reason, like, hey, why am I interested? I mean, but it's kind of trying to explain, like, why am I into flowers? Or
My argument was these guys were acting like idiots, wanting to be verified. And I just said, I don't understand Twitter.
Your argument wasn't that they want to be verified. Your argument is, why would anybody want to follow certain people?
Okay, right.
And we agreed with you that some people may not want to, but you couldn't understand why others
Let's
may
use
want
Brian
to.
Phelan for
right, okay, Brian's perfect.
Camera operator.
But he's on the show, and sometimes he's funny. And maybe say two people out there want to follow him.
Do
What's
you
the
know
harm?
every thought in Brian
think there's a
Phelan's
harm.
head? or do you know everything that Brian Phelan might be interested? Maybe he has knowledge that you have no idea about, and
But
a
you
lot
can
of
say that
people
for
would
any
want to
person
know.
on this earth.
But this is their outlet. Sometimes work isn't a complete, fulfilling outlet for people.
The point that you're missing is that I'm not saying that you shouldn't be able to do it or you can't. I'm saying for me, it's idiotic and ridiculous.
No, you did say people should be able to do it. You said there should only be 1,000 people that you can follow.
I was trying to describe what makes sense to me. That, yes, celebrities and people, those group, maybe it's 1,000, maybe it's 2,000, maybe that part makes sense. For me to follow Benji or Jason or John, it makes no sense to me.
Scott,
it's a waste of time.
Scott, but that's not
It's
okay.
a worthless
if someone,
argument.
let's say someone,
Exactly.
Scott, are
It's
you
called an opinion.
Scott, are you into
Bad
leaves? Are you into leaves?
A bad one. See?
Scott,
what the
it's like
Worthless.
saying why should a website exist to identify leaves? Some people are into leaves.
Right, that's a perfect example.
You know?
Why only websites should be up that you approve?
That
Would you
you
get mad? Like,
approve of.
why is there bandwidth on leaves? Like, it's
No,
like,
but-
some people are
But
into it.
I don't want
You know,
to look
but-
at the
but
website
we're
about
not trying to
leaves.
get you to.
Nobody's trying to make you. I know what it is. Because he thinks this is a terrible idea and it's caught
he
on
thinks it
with
makes people gay.
And nobody cares about the video caddy, which is a great idea.
Actually, Robin,
Just as much as educating Robin.
That explains his venom towards me. Because I came up with the idea of a website about television,
Right.
which he couldn't care less
Yes.
about.
Or couldn't come up with.
So that's why I get all the anger. And
I know,
use
John,
my
I've
name
said
to that.
100 times, I admire your ability. You turned something I think is a stupid idea into a moneymaker. That is
And
great.
Twitter is another stupid idea.
And I'm the luckiest man in the world because I accidentally wrote a book that somebody bought.
There
But
you
I got a broader question for you. I always wanted to ask you this. On something like this, a lot of people here are disagreeing with you and telling you that they don't agree with you. When you hear a lot of people disagree
I'm not
with
a
you,
follower, Gary.
I'm not. Does it make you rethink your position, or does it only drive you more the other way?
I would admit to you, I think I've already admitted to you that yesterday I said it makes no sense. And when you told me the celebrity angle and what it's turned into, I guess, that makes a little sense. So there's a change. But no, I'm not going to follow Jason or Benji or John Hunt.
We're not asking you
And
to
no
follow
one
them.
else should.
That's what I don't understand. Why shouldn't somebody follow them?
Because
If
it
that's
doesn't
what
make
they
sense to me.
Yeah, but
You don't wait.
That's
You
more
don't
than opinion
understand.
now. Now you're stating as fact that what you think everyone should think.
Scott, you don't understand if somebody, let's say they're into TV, you don't understand why they may want to why they may want to follow me. That doesn't.
No, because I think all reviewers, unless they get to see something that's everyone else can't see. If I could see the same thing, I don't want your opinion. What the fuck do I need you telling me whether I don't even know.
So you
Men is
you
a
only
good
go
show
to
or not?
you only go to see a movie based on the trailer. You never you don't care what anyone says about it, or you don't read what anyone
I
says about
got
it.
to be honest. I don't think I've ever went straight to a review to see whether I should go see a movie. I hear it from Howard, and then that
But you
might,
take his
that
advice.
might swing. No, that
Howard's
might
not a movie
swing
reviewer.
my opinion.
But Howard's not a movie. Who the fuck is he?
Because he reads the 3 or 4 different ones.
So
or
what?
whatever.
John fucking watches TV more than anybody. Why wouldn't you take his opinion?
So you don't take Robin's opinion into account if she talks
Because
about a
I would
movie
never
on the
get
air?
anywhere if I took everyone's opinion. There are millions of opinions.
No, you take opinions of people you like.
On a particular subject.
Right.
You're like Spock or something, man.
Yeah,
Like you're not. It's not okay.
You're not
just
human.
be
I told you he's not human.
Like, okay, what if people are just like, hey, it's
maybe
fun.
I'm more special.
If
than
you
the rest
cut
of
him, blue blood comes out.
You get off on being a contrarian too. Like you love not.
I disagree.
No,
He doesn't get off on being contrarian. He thinks he's better than everyone else.
You just want everyone to be a contrarian. That's the difference.
Again,
I want to just.
what
I'm
is
just going to be myself.
everyone?
Well, yeah, of course, you guys like opinions that are all the same. I happen to have a different one, and I get attacked for it.
You're not.
I don't care.
You're not just saying I'm not into it, and it doesn't turn me on. You're saying it's
No one
stupid
should
to be
be.
into
No,
it.
I
Other
gave my opinion. I didn't say that Brian. I didn't tell Brian, "Hey, get off of Twitter."
No,
That's
no, but you
stupid."
seem to be implying it's
Well, you
stupid
can
for
take
anyone to
what-
follow
you can
anyone
take
that's
what
not
you want.
famous.
I believe it's stupid. In my opinion, it's stupid for all of you guys to be on Twitter. For Howard, I get it because he's marketing something. That's a totally different thing. You guys, I think it's stupid. I think that anyone who follows you guys is stupid. I think all the people that went on my Facebook page is stupid.
You're so lovable.
That's true.
Yeah.
Why did you go on Facebook in the first place?
I just told you this morning.
Because you wanted to market the
originally
video camera.
I thought, yeah, or other ideas.
So why would you put up
whatever
pictures
thing.
of your kids and your friends and your wife?
And you with hair.
I don't have pictures of my kids. Those are for friends. Only the Stern people, they have a couple of pictures of the show. I didn't know what to put up there. I put a few things, and then I decided it was stupid and never put anything up again. That was day 10. Look
it's like a monument to one day of stupidness.
It's
your
called
Facebook page.
social networking.
Yeah, and I don't get it. I'll do all my networking on the golf course. That's it.
All right.
Hey, but he wants to remind you, by the way, people love him, just not the ones we know.
I like him. I love him a lot.
Yeah, looking at black people. You know I love
Really?
that.
You just wanted to take a tour?
Yeah. I like to watch black people, see what they're doing. I was up there, I scored some crack. It's very good, very high quality.
Oh, my goodness. Can't get the good stuff down.
I had to drive through, and I was looking around. Reminded me of my old days in Roosevelt. You know, because Roosevelt was all black. And when I see all black people, I think back to my days in Roosevelt. And, you know, being alone, being the only white guy. And,
But really, what were you doing there?
I was coming back from Long Island, and it was the best way to get home.
Oh,
Best way to get home is go through Harlem.
taking the overland route.
Yeah. You know, you check, you have a lot of gas, and car seems to be running reasonably well. Remember when I got stuck up in Harlem
and
with Fred?
no traffic.
Yeah.
So you can keep moving.
I like looking around from the car. I don't like walking around through black neighborhoods, but I like driving through them. I get the shakes otherwise. Sometimes I play a game, I laugh at the white people living there. Because once in a while, up in Harlem even, you see a couple of white people walk by.
Well, a lot of, you know what it's like here in New York
Yep.
when all the real estate gets too expensive in the white areas.
Gentrification.
White people will go find good
Right.
real estate in black areas.
What's that called? Gentrification?
Yes.
Well, they'll buy entire buildings.
Yeah.
But then you also have a crack dealer right outside your window.
Yeah, but then
that's
eventually
only
it
for a
changes.
little while, yeah.
That's right. White people are creeping up into that area. Soon there'll be no more black people around there, right, Robin?
That's right.
That's right. Lily White.
They'll change the name.
Yep. My mom should move to Harlem because she loves a black community. She does. Harlem is the perfect place for my mother.
Why did she never choose Harlem?
Listen, I like Roosevelt, and I am not going to be scared away. Your father and I, we moved here, and believe me, it's a wonderful community, and if all these whiteys didn't move away...
She called them white.
Yeah, she hated white people. My mom saw them as all hypocrites, white people.
Whiteys.
Yeah. My mom would go up to Harlem.
Hello, black people, I'm back.
Back in the day, though, my mother used the word Schwarzes.
Oh, she did?
Well, yeah. Schwarzes. Schwarzes is a Yiddish word for black people. But I don't think but she wasn't racist, but then again, that's a racist kind of thing, right?
I don't know.
Schwarze means black.
Right.
Those Schwarzes, I'm telling you, they're the greatest.
See, that's confusing.
It's very confusing.
She liked black people. But Schwarze does mean black, right? That's what it means. Yeah. It's not like the N-word or something.
I don't know. It was always considered a derogatory term.
Yeah, well, who knows? Crazy. Those. So they used to have they had black friends too.
Yeah.
In the community. Like they had a nice time in Roosevelt. While I was getting beaten because there were a lot of lower income black people, they found a few upper income black people and they'd go to parties. Oh, my mother was so thrilled.
We're going to a Schwarzer party. That's right. Our friends are having a party, and you know when those Schwarzes get together, it's great fun. They dance and have a good time. But the only problem is when the Schwarzes have a party, yes, they say, come at 8 o'clock, and you get there, no one is there. They're always late. Believe you me, it's a whole thing with these Schwarzes.
And I'd be confused about the Schwarzes and But it was a whole thing. My parents would get invited to their friends. And they thought it was crazy that, like, they'd call the party for 8 o'clock. And then, like, people would show up at 10 o'clock, and it made my parents nuts, because you know how punctual my parents are.
I mean, what's with these schwanzes? They call a party for 8 o'clock, and no one shows up.
And it was the same story after the party, because they had their black friend.
So they had to stay there for 2 hours alone?
They had their black friends, the Powells.
Maureen is wonderful. She is into this community, believe me. She's on the school board, and
and their other black friend was this guy, Bert Powell, and he had a black accounting firm. He was the largest owned black accounting firm.
Uh-huh.
And my mother was,
Let me tell you, Bert has a Schwarzer accounting firm, and he can't find any black people to be accountants.
That's right. He wants black people, but there's no black accountants.
What are you yelling about?
That's what he said.
And let me tell you, it would be wonderful for black men to work at the accounting firm, but he can't find any.
That's right.
And I used to hear this after the black parties. It was a whole discussion. The whole discussion about black people, what time the party started. You know that whole thing about CPT, colored people time?
Right.
It was like, my parents didn't know about that, but it really was true. Like, no one wanted to start the party in time.
But that's ridiculous. What party starts at 8 o'clock?
But they would claim that the people wouldn't show up till 10 o'clock. Like she goes,
I'm not rushing there.
But that says 8 o'clock.
But we're not going to rush to the party because no one is there. We're the only ones there, Ben.
That's right. But what are we supposed to do?
Well, we should go later.
But I don't want to go later.
But any party anybody has, it never starts at the appointed time.
No, this was evidently, this was way later than their white friends. You know, come to think of it, I had Robin over. I had a party at my house. You showed up 2 hours late. We're sitting and waiting for dinner.
My cat was operated
Shame on you. And I didn't even get a message from you or anything. Now that I should take that up with you.
I was trying to get there.
Forgot I'm mad at you.
I can't drive and talk to you on the phone.
Oh my God. Whatever, you know what I'm going to do with you from now on? If I have a party, I'm going to tell you 2 hours early.
I'll still be late. No, that day I was really a mess.
I like punctuality.
And I remember I even drove myself. I didn't even think to get a car to get out. I just totally judged everything because I was so tied up with
Shame on you.
I know. Nothing matters to you. I was devastated by my cat having a kidney transplant.
Well, still.
How dare you call a party on that day?
Always late. And I don't go for that. At all.
Everyone said, is Robin coming? I go, I don't know.
I know. I finally got a message. Are you coming?
Yeah, I mean, everyone wanted to eat dinner.
You know, Robin, I got to tell you, I was sitting...
Oh, you were there?
Yeah, I was sitting next to Howard. He was getting... You know how he is about punctuality. He was getting,
I know that.
But really...
You know what? I was really fine until like about 20 minutes before, and I said, because we were going to eat dinner.
We were going to eat at 8, and it was like 8:05, and Howard was like, what's going on?
Yeah, and by the way, we told everyone to be there at 6 o'clock.
No, you didn't.
For cocktails. Yes, we did.
Cocktail hour. Get there at 6:30.
6 o'clock cocktail hour.
It was 7.
No.
I
you were
was
2
told
hours
7.
late. No. What? You got the same email that everyone else got.
Well, then I misread it.
Well, you always
I couldn't
do.
believe 6.
You always misread. She has a reading issue when it comes to parties. Well, whatever.
I'm
what am I gonna tell
sorry.
you?
I was devastated because I knew
you
would
knew
be a mess about it.
Well, listen, everyone else was hungry. In fact, I before you came, and it was already like 10 to 8 or 20 to 8, I said to everyone, listen, she's not here. We're going to start eating. And everyone was in agreement, believe me. Nobody was defending you. I mean, what am I going to do? I would sit there all night and wait for you?
No.
I like to go to bed by 10 o'clock. I was ready to wrap up the evening by the time you got there.
You actually stayed up later that night.
I did. But But I left everyone just sitting in the living room. I just went up to bed.
You're very funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's enough. Everyone's got the gift of gab late into the hours. Not me. Midnight is about as late as I'll stay up.
The other thing was I got lost. I almost wound up in bed with you.
Yeah, all of a sudden, Robin was in my bedroom. Like, that was a mistake, right? It wasn't that confusing. Robin was in my bedroom. Conveniently.
Oh, that was hysterical.
God, you wanted it so bad. If you'd gotten in, you probably would have gotten laid.
I was in there. I closed the door.
You didn't get in the bed, though.
I chickened out.
You wanted it, I could tell. Were you in your negligee at that point?
No. I was going to undress in front of you.
Can you imagine if you had gotten into bed? She must have been so wasted. She got lost in my house. She comes upstairs to my bedroom, and she opens up the door and gets in. How far into the room were you? Because I was asleep.
I saw flickering lights, and I said, no, this can't be right.
Flickering lights you saw?
Weren't there flickering lights?
I don't know. Oh, maybe Beth had candles on?
Maybe. I don't know.
But she was downstairs, right?
Yeah.
So you
but then everybody disappeared by the time I got back to ask where I was supposed to go.
You are a devil. You snuck into my room.
Everybody was gone. I was like, oh, no, I really don't know where to go.
Were you disappointed?
Okay, now you can do me.
Were you disappointed that I was asleep? You really wanted it.
That's what I said. Oh, darn it. He's already asleep. I have big, pendulous breasts.
You don't think there was something to that?
There are no accidents.
That's right.
4 inches is fine.
Well, you're gonna have to make do with 4 inches.
I need a cock.
That would have been funny if I rolled over on you and put it in. Wouldn't have been the worst thing that happened to you.
Fuck my tight little pussy.
All right, easy. No, yeah, she got lost. I guess you would have had a lot to drink because Beth found you wandering around. She goes, I just found Robin. She says, last night when I woke up, she goes, last night I found Robin wandering around up here. I think she was in your bedroom. I go, really? I knew she wanted it.
That was funny.
No.
Because I was like, I don't think this is right. Look, again, my cat was being operated on. If the cat wasn't doing well, I wasn't going to be able to be there. Does that make any sense?
Sure.
The operation went on all day. When I found out it had gone well and I was going to be able to make the dinner, then I jumped into my car and I tried to make it out there.
Why is Howard unable to see that people have extenuating circumstances?
How would I know what prevents Howard from seeing?
Well, you know him better than anyone on the staff. I mean, there's something. Why is punctuality?
He says all the time he doesn't want circumstances or extenuating circumstances. He wants everything to be exactly how he wants it to be.
Now
that seems perfectly normal to me.
And did you inform him of these, like what was going on in your life?
He knew that my cat was being operated on that day, yes.
So this lack
And then I tried to jump in my car and get there as soon as possible. And there's no texting, phone call. I would have been breaking the law. Either I'm going to be later or I'm going to break the law. I decided to try to get there as soon as I could because I really wanted to spend time with him and all the other people who were going to be there. And I did enjoy the evening.
So it was worth the rush.
Yes, it was.
But Howard,
I'm sorry that he was so perturbed.
Here's Lisa G. So hot in here.
Wow, it's like my apartment.
It's like 190 degrees, right?
You know what? It's a completely different temperature in here then.
Yeah, it's just making me sleepy. Hi, what's up?
Gary Dell'Abate might become a local government official where he's lived for nearly 17 years. Gary's been nominated to the Board of Parks and Recreation and wants to get involved to better the town's playing fields.
I started out as a coach.
I'm an alderman.
I'm an alderman. Alderman Dell'Abate. That guy, he's so fucked up. Do you know that, Gary's got the new Android phone, and they couldn't load Lotus Notes on it? Do you know what the reason was?
Why?
After days of trying to figure out, it came down to he has an apostrophe in his name. And it threw off the whole fucking computer.
You're kidding.
It threw off the whole... That D-E-L apostrophe.
The apostrophe
capital
is
A.
Pivotal.
B-A-T-E.
So that stopped all the things from happening with Lotus Notes.
Because no one has an apostrophe in their name. Except for Gary.
Wow.
And it threw off the phone. You know, and I keep saying to Gary, you know, I was thinking of switching my BlackBerry to the Droid. I go, Gary, how's that Droid? Now you got the Lotus Notes on there. You got your email. Well, I don't know. I just got, you know, they just got it working over the weekend. I've only had it for 2 days. I go, well, what's the verdict? Should I get it or not?
Howard,
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
You sent me an email on Saturday
What a dickwad.
at 11:30 a.m.
Yeah.
The phone arrived at my house at 11:02.
Yeah, but I asked you this morning. You've had it for 2 days now. How do you like it? You can't answer the goddamn question.
I'm telling you this right up front.
Big two.
I'm not going to make a determination for you till I've used it enough, because I'm not going to listen to you for 2 fucking years going, oh, Gary recommended
I just
this
asked. I'm not
shit.
blaming you. I just
Of course
asked.
you're going to blame me.
What a
Of course
dick.
you don't like it. You're going to fucking blame me.
And you know this asshole has seen the Black Swan and he had a copy of it and he didn't let me see it?
You have a copy of it?
Yeah. What a fuckhead. Like he got one of those Academy screeners or something.
I told you about it.
Yeah, but why wouldn't you give it to me? You said, well, Mary lent it to a friend. I'm like, fucking give it to me.
What does Mary's friend mean?
You suck.
Wait, hold on. I don't know what you have and what
Ask
you
me,
don't have.
and I'll let you know.
And there's another reason why.
And you do know what I have.
Then there's another reason why.
What?
I'll talk to you about it off the air.
No. Okay, fine.
Because there's a reason.
I'm running for alderman.
That's right. I'm an alderman.
Are you a member of
I'm
SAG?
supposed to fucking read your mind?
Yeah, you know what I get in the mail.
I don't know what you get. In fact, you have so many movies that I don't know about. They go directly to you now. They never come through this office.
Yeah, because I don't want you to know now.
Exactly.
But you should ask your boss. Everything is for your boss. Remember that. Your life is your boss.
Wow, you have a screener of Black Swan.
Yeah. He had a screener, and I go, well, dude, why didn't you give it to me? What other movies you holding out on me? I don't know. I can't evaluate my phone after 2 days.
You, and I'll explain to you during the break. You know, I'll talk to you about it during the
All
break.
right, thank you. Who cares? I don't know. All I know is I can't evaluate my phone after using it for 2 days.
Not
I
for
haven't even
you.
had it for 2 days. I fucking got it back in the mail at like 11 o'clock on Saturday.
Dude, you don't know in an hour whether you like it or not?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't obsess over it like you. I was.
Fuck.
All right, so far, do you like it?
I gave him what I thought of it so far. And
What have you done with the
I said,
phone?
I love the screen.
Right.
In fact, I love the screen. I'm not crazy about the buttons.
The
but
keyboard?
It's better than the buttons on an iPhone.
Is it better than the buttons on the BlackBerry?
No, I told you that. It's not better than the buttons on a
You
button.
didn't tell me that.
I did, Howard.
That's
you
a
want me to read
major-
the email? You want me to read you the email and embarrass you?
Yeah.
I said.
Find it.
Hold on, I will.
Good. Turn off his mic. Scott DePace has a screener of the Black Swan, too, now. Turns out.
Really?
You're kidding.
None of these guys ever... I'm the reason they work, and they don't even
I ain't
offer it to
gonna
me.
watch that
If
fruity
you're-
movie.
If you're a member of SAG, you can download it.
I am a member of SAG.
I'm
you didn't
a
get that
member.
postcard in the mail?
Yeah, but I don't know how to download it. I just want it. Just
They
send
got
it to me.
screeners. That's easier.
Yeah. That would have been a nice thing. If my guys would, if they have it, offer it to me because I'm their boss.
I've seen it, but I love this movie so much, I'd watch it on DVD.
See, I would have lent you my copy.
It's a great movie.
See, what
Yeah.
other movies do I have?
Do you want me to read it to you?
I'm not gonna
Read it.
Okay. Just started playing with it today. They only fixed it yesterday. Initial thoughts. Love the screen. It's way bigger and sharper than the BlackBerry. The keys are big, but a little weird because they are flat as opposed to the beveled keys on the BlackBerry.
Oh.
I think this is just a learning curve, and they're certainly better than the iPhone. So in the hour that I was able to play with it, I gave you that.
Yeah, so now that you've had it for 2 days, how do you like the keyboard?
Yeah, but
Did you
I
get?
wasn't
What I
really-
want to know is, did you get used to it?
I can't get. I have not gotten used to it in 2
All
days.
right, that's what I want to know. You fuck. Now you have time to be an alderman? What the fuck?
First of all, I'm not an alderman. I like Fred makes up names and then it becomes a fact.
You don't have
made up
enough.
that name.
You don't have enough work to do, is what I've decided. Since you're now going to be on the government.
You want to know what it is?
Alderman Bowie.
Let's see. I coach. I'm also on the government.
I'm on the board of Parks and
the head of
Recreation.
Parks and Recreation.
And I'm too busy getting my boss a copy of the Black Swan.
Okay, who stole third base?
I'm improving the sports field.
What are you going to be doing in your community?
Here's what it is. It's very simple.
What a dick.
I'm not an elected official.
Right.
I don't even get to create policy. I'm part of a 9-member advisory board that advises the town about parks and fields and that sort of thing.
And how often are your meetings for
I
that?
think that it's either once a month or once every other month.
This is the start of my political career.
This is how Jack Kennedy got started.
Bowie
He's-
for president.
this is- I'll tell you, I know the dog catcher personally. Wow, Gary, you're a power broker up there.
Is it so wrong to want to be involved? You make fun of me like it's being.
Just be more involved at work.
I'm very involved at work.
And be with your boss.
This is a stepping stone.
You don't even want to be with me.
Think about it. I sit on the board of LifeBeat. Now I sit on the board of my local government. I'm becoming a real player. Who knew that someone from Uniondale, Long Island would one day go to Adelphi and grow up to be on the board?
This is an appointed position.
That's right. Eventually I'll be elected.
I don't set policy yet.
Not yet, but today I advise Parks and Recreation. Tomorrow I'm working for the sewer department.
Tomorrow I'll be drawing up the state budget.
I hope to establish an arboretum in my hometown.
I wonder if I'll ever get used to the keys on my Android.
They aren't beveled.
I didn't get used to them in 2 days.
I told you they're not beveled.
Well, at least it's better than the iPhone.
I got to tell you, Gary, angling to be some sort of politician now.
I think so. I think this is the start of Councilman Bowie.
Yeah, Councilman Delabate.
Then Governor Bowie.
And then finally...
Ask not what your apostrophe can do for you.
Okay.
You know your email wasn't...
President Bowie.
Did you know your email wasn't working because you had an apostrophe in your name?
Well, that's what they told me. But see, that's the Lotus Notes. That has to do with Lotus Notes, not with the Android. And I've been on Lotus Notes for 15 years. They know how my name is spelled.
Yeah.
But I promise you I'm not angling to be a politician. But it's already, and I'll tell you why I can't be one already. In the paper, they did a big article about it, right? Which I thought was bigger than they should have. But there's a big picture of me signing books at a book signing.
Right.
Oh, that's nice. I go on the internet. Steve Langford goes, as you've seen on the web. I go on the web, and there's a picture of me in full color with a stripper wearing next to nothing.
Wow.
And I'm holding my book.
Yeah.
It was like, and it was totally embarrassing. And Steve goes, "Are you angry?" I'm like, you know what? If you take the fucking picture, it's going to turn up somewhere.
That's right.
I was with Lonnie. Always takes 1,000 pictures, and I go, they never end up anywhere. Now they end up with me running for whatever.
You're never going to be president. I'm telling you.
I don't know. There'll be one day where they say, at one time you couldn't be Catholic and be president. And now this man has been with strippers and he's president.
It didn't stop Schwarzenegger.
That's right. Schwarzenegger's been in a lot of provocative.
Schwarzenegger, he smoked dope on a film.
Don't you have to go to Guatemala and ignore the people and not eat their food?
I am part of Parks and Recreation. I'm part of 9-people panel who's going to work in their community to advise them on parks and recreation.
Okay, on the agenda tonight, picnic tables. Should they be white oak, balsa, or Canadian redwood?
The senior center needs new trees. Do we have that in our budget?
Except there's too many old people in the senior center.
I think our town needs a hard-to tennis court.
Although some people have expressed a desire for the clay court, and I believe the green grass court, except green grass requires too much chemicals.
What is he doing, by the way? I mean, what's Gary doing?
What are they going to be doing? Really?
What is he? He wants a volunteer to...
He wants to be involved.
In the community development?
Yes.
It's just the parks. Didn't you used to
There's no ducks.
Didn't you used to sit on your condo board?
No. Actually, no.
I thought you did.
I was they needed a name to be on the condo board, but I didn't go to the meetings.
You're involved.
No, I wasn't involved.
No? Okay. I stand corrected.
That's why I'm not on it anymore, because I didn't show up to any of the meetings, which is exactly what you should be doing.
By the way, the person who wants the statue of Nathan Hale in front of the rec center, I'm against it because Nathan Hale was a shitty spy and he got executed, so therefore he should not get a statue.
Well, it's weird because, I had to go to the first condo meeting, and I went, this is like taking 2 hours, and you know what? I have a pretty important job. I could be home reading a book or watching something that I can talk about on the air.
This is for somebody else.
Yeah, this isn't for a guy with a job. This is for a retired person.
Well, Gary's particular interests are the playing fields.
My boys all play sports, and I want to give back. I love these playing fields so much.
playing fields are important.
We saw how Gary throws a ball. You can see why playing fields are so important.
No child should grow up like him, unable to throw a baseball.
I'm helping all the kids for the future.
So how many? Is he going to go to the meetings and advise them? Like, what does he know about it? What does he know about any of this? He's not.
There should be playing fields. That's what he'll throw into every meeting about a park.
We should have a playing field where they move all the pitching mounds closer to the plate so that the pitcher can reach the plate. It's too far.
All right, we're taking over this property.
And we should also
that was
expand the
donated,
strike zone.
And we're making a park. There should be playing fields.
I think when the kids throw a pitch, it should be allowed to go over the batter's head.
What do you think's more important, playing fields or black kids making movies, Robin?
Black kids making movies.
What does that do?
More can do it.
But she's not making the movies. You're going to be on the planning board.
I'm not making the.
No, but you got to go to meetings.
Yeah, Robin has fundraisers. Everybody's doing something. Well, everybody but you.
That was one night. You're going once a month.
I'm not doing anything.
Believe me, I get your emails. It's way more than one night.
Not for scenarios.
Right, it's for the other stuff, for educating people.
He's got a point there.
What point?
I don't know.
That you email a lot.
What's email got to do with anything? You're actually meeting, physically
Hey,
meeting.
Robin, let's team up and make a special baseball field for black kids who make movies. We can combine our passions.
You're about vegetation. I'm about vegetation.
That's right.
We could discover the new Ben Roethlisberger together.
I asked the guy what he thinks of his cell phone. He needs more time to think about it.
How much time do you need?
When can you get back to me with that answer?
When can we expect that?
I apologize that I opened the box at 11:20 and 11:40 I didn't have an answer for you.
No, I'm anxious to get
I'm
one.
not on your timetable.
Oh, so,
I really am not. I mean,
no, dude, you had it for 2 fucking days. I'm not talking about 20 minutes. I didn't know you'd had it for 20 minutes, so I said, okay, get back to me. So I asked you today, what do you think of your cell phone?
and I said pretty much the same.
I don't know, Bo. If I've only had it 2 fucking days, you don't know if you like a cell phone? I don't know.
You don't know. So fucking ask someone else.
I knew in 2 days whether I liked my BlackBerry.
Well, that's good. You guys should have a very nice relationship.
I do. I liked it.
Why you get rid of it?
I want to try something new. If it's better. That's why I'm asking you. You had a BlackBerry and you switched. But I don't know. I need more time. Get back to me in a month. Fucking guy.
Look, Ralph has been liking the iPhone for a couple of years now. It hasn't persuaded Howard to get one.
Right.
You can give him your opinion.
I did, Robin. I gave my opinion.
Okay.
I still don't know his opinion.
You fucking know my opinion.
I don't think he likes his new phone. He's saying he likes it, but I don't think he does.
No, I do like it, but I really am hesitant to recommend anything to you because I'm
all right, if it wasn't me, it's Fred. What are you going to say?
Fred, definitely get it.
Get it. Okay.
Fred's an iPhone guy.
All right.
Right. But Verizon's coming out with an iPhone, so that'd be a good choice.
Don't get the first version.
Right.
That's what they say.
You're probably right.
He's not saying that. They said it.
Techno Beaver has spoken.
Gary.
Yes.
So how does something as simple as a cell phone recommendation turn into this entire rap about you being an aspiring politician looking to make all these policy changes in your town?
Listen, they all come together. But as far as the phone is, he's very impatient. When he gets his mind on something, he wants it like now. So he wants me to say either it's bad or it's good. And I got it on Saturday at 11:20, and I played with it a little bit. Then I took my son for a haircut. Then my wife and I went out to a party. Then yesterday I was having a game, and I took it around, and I had played with it a little bit. And so in the less than 48 hours I've had it in my hand, because I still haven't had it in my hand for 48 hours, in that amount of time he asked me this morning, and I said the same thing that I told him. I still haven't had it for a long time. I love the size. Here. I love the size of the screen. The keys are a little funky to play with, so I'm still using it. In other words, I haven't typed on it for... I didn't get it and just typed for 10 hours. And he wants an answer.
You mentioned that Howard would sit there and obsess over something like that until that's all he would do was sit in his apartment and play with it.
I have other shit to do.
Including this new board that you're sitting on.
Haven't done a thing about it yet. Hasn't taken a second of my time.
Now, obviously, Fred, he brought back the Sharpie marker.
Yes, he did.
It was a throwback ball bust today. But during this process, they sort of take the storyline and run with it. Do you really, truly have any type of political aspirations?
None whatsoever. I have no political aspirations. I thought it would be a fun thing to do. I was asked, and it doesn't take a lot of time, and I think I sort of had some knowledge in the area. It's about getting fields for the town is one of the aspects of it, because I've coached a bunch of my kids' teams, and I know where they should be or, where they're lacking and that sort of thing. That's all it is.
Now, Howard, also questioned you said you want to be more involved. What about being involved in the community does Howard not understand that, that you
all
do?
Of it.
But what's great about it to you, in your opinion?
Well, if you can make things better in a place where you live, that you would try to do that. I would think that most people would try to, if you can help to make things better, you would try to do that.
But this in no way detracts you from your task at hand, which is, being the producer of the Howard Stern Show.
Everything that's me not being here detracts from me being here in Howard's mind.
He forgets.
Sleeping detracts from me being here.
I was actually thinking of tweeting. I was thinking I was watching the football game, and I had a lot of thoughts during the football game last night, the Jets and Pittsburgh. Mm-hmm. And so, I was like, and then my dog Bianca was wearing a terrible towel.
Yes,
I was all dressed up in a terrible towel, and I thought it was funny. I'd put it on a tweet if I had such a thing. And then Gary said, "I'm just about done with tweeting. I'm not tweeting at all."
Why is that?
And I said, "Why? What's going on?" And he goes, "It's way worse than Stern Fan Network. It's like, if I tweet anything, if I just say, 'Hey, it's a nice day,' they're like, 'Yeah, of course it's a nice fucking day for you, Baba Booey, sitting there working off of Howard's ass and making all that money that you don't even deserve, and you're a big lip-toothed bastard and all this shit.'" I said, "You're kidding?" He goes, "No, because," I said, "Can't you just tweet without anybody commenting on it? Like, you don't have to see the comments?" He goes, "No, that's the whole thing."
Well, you can, but you know what? You sit there and you go, "I'm not going to look. I'm just going to tweet. I'm not going to look." But of course, then people are commenting. You want to see what they think.
Right, because you get notification that you've got comments.
I think I want to follow other people's tweets at least.
Steve Martin is a great place to
That's
start.
what I heard.
Really funny. Steve Martin's really good. A lot of comedians are pretty funny. Some people just promote. Some people do their whole day. Some people, like John, was really into following Miley Cyrus because it's such minutia.
Right.
And such
I'll have
bullshit.
Paris Hilton and the Kardashians just to see what they're up to.
Do I own my name? Like, if I go on as Howard Stern, does somebody else have it?
Probably. I'll have to go take a look.
All right.
Like I just had a guy kicked off. I'm verified, so my name on Twitter is Robert A. Bowie because Baba Booey was taken.
Right.
And the guy. So
why don't you just be Gary Dell'Abate?
I don't know. So the guy because I wanted to make it easy. I'm like, Baba Booey's easy. So the guy.
But Robert A. Bowie isn't easy.
It's not, but it's the only thing I could get. So the guy.
So be Gary Dell'Abate. That's easy.
Okay, I'll be Gary Dell'Abate.
Yeah, no, I'm serious. I know you want followers.
Well, I was trying to do. So anyway,
he's Robert A. Bowie. Who's going to find him?
I didn't know he was Robert A. Bowie.
So how would I follow? How would I know that?
Because I say it on the air.
Oh.
How would you know it? So anyway, this other guy that was doing Baba Booey, it was Baba_Booey. Like at first, I was like, okay, he's being like a bit of a dick. It's funny and everything. But then it was like he was saying like terrible things, and people were starting to believe it. He was like saying bad shit about you, and people were writing like, "Gary, you're going to get fired. Why you be such a dick?"
So don't.
So I had him thrown off.
So don't. So what's going on? So like, if I Twitter.
What'll happen is if you Twitter, here's what will happen.
I would put out some pictures yesterday.
Here's what will happen. Very quickly, people will realize that and you can't ask them to do this, but they sort of figure it out. You get verified. Mm-hmm. And verified means Twitter saying, we know for a fact this is the real Howard Stern.
Yeah. Oh.
And then once you're verified, all the other stuff's bullshit.
Yeah, you know what? Maybe I'll just follow people.
Well, there are some people who do that, and then, there are certain Twitter followers who get angry at that. Don't be one of those dicks who just follows other people and never comments.
Yeah, what are you just sitting there for? You got the fucking name. Don't be a dick.
So what do people write you when you Twitter?
Oh, horrible things.
Yeah.
You know what? Let me go to my office.
So like anything you say is like no one has anything nice to say.
Hold on.
What is it, JD?
Just yesterday, someone I tweeted something about Kimberly Kane or something. I can't remember.
Who's that? A porno star?
That porn girl that I went to the AVNs with.
Yeah.
And the guy called me a loser, saying the only reason she went out with you is because of the show and this and that. I get a bunch of shit like that.
Right. So they want you to tweet, and then when you tweet, they fuck with you.
It's like you tweet something funny or whatever. Fuck you.
I ain't going through that. You got to pay me to go through that.
I just looked it up. Howard Stern together is suspended. The account was suspended.
Well, maybe I'll get that account.
Yeah.
And then I'll go on and I can follow Steve Martin at least.
Yeah, he's funny.
Then does anybody sit there and bust his balls?
That I don't know because I can't
look. You can't see his comments.
You kind of can if I through the iPhone you can see.
Oh yeah.
but I haven't done that yet. But he's funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Howard, here's one. This is about the game. I was tweeting about the game.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, too bad the Jets. Guy says, you'll never have a winning team. You're Baba Booey, A.K. McKine. Bring back Elegant, you piece of garbage.
Wow.
Yeah.
You piece of garbage.
Gotta find some more because some of them are just brutal.
Yeah, I don't want to go through that. I don't want to be.
But not all of them are brutal, are
No,
they?
but that's all you see. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
mostly people are nice.
Yeah, the good ones you don't really notice.
Yeah, you don't see the nice
By
ones
the
on
way,
Stern Fan Network.
hey Sal, I saw your Twitter, and you just twittered yesterday a picture of your cock on a keyboard.
I said new.
It's disgusting.
I wrote, "There's a new way to tweet," and I had my dick over my
And
iPad.
your dick is the ugliest dick with that foreskin
I know,
and
I know.
everything. Looks like snuffleupagus.
Looks like a stepped-on cigar.
And JD was even like, "Hey, I don't ever want to touch you."
Well, you know what? Like you guys were saying, there's so many dickheads on there. I love doing shit like that. I love pissing off the people that piss everybody else
And
off.
Sal was tweeting like, "What happened? Your wife made you take down that picture?" Because
She doesn't even know about all that stuff.
You had a picture of her like sleeping and then her feet. And,
I
like,
went out Saturday night and I got really fucked up big time. So I was just typing all my aggressions out. And
Oh,
then-
my God.
His tweets, I mean, I'm just doing this off of memory. But
So
it's
these are drunken tweets?
What one of
Yeah.
Sal's? Yeah, Sal's tweets. Listen. What, Gary?
something like, I'm on my way home. I'm going to slip my finger in her wet pussy. It was like really gross.
I don't know what I
And
wrote.
it's like, you know, it's like, and your point, Gary, was that like, hey, you're married. You bragging, you might get laid.
Yeah, it's like, what did the Polish guy say in his honeymoon? I could have fucked her. Like, you're going to brag you're going to fuck your wife?
No, I wasn't bragging. I was actually being sarcastic.
I didn't get that.
Sarcasm doesn't come through in your tweets.
Yeah, I know.
It just comes off weird.
But
like Sal's like, yeah, I'm going to get some pussy tonight. I'm like, well, yeah, it's your wife. You maniac.
Right there, you should know it's sarcastic if it's my wife.
And it's like horrible things about his marriage and his life.
No, I don't know what happened that night. I got really messed up.
I can't even follow it.
I kind of blacked out. Then I was taking pictures of my dog when I got home, but she didn't want to be near me. And
yeah, but you're not so drunk that you write shitty things about me. It's just your wife.
I love you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
but I love my wife too.
No, you made a complete distinction there.
No. It was just frustration.
Let's see. I'm drunk and horny. So what does that mean? Not a fucking thing. I can't even jerk off this disastrous cock. Why not?
That's a mess.
Let's see. I want to snuggle in bed when I get home and slip my wife a finger in her wet box, but she'll punch me like a rapist. Why? Because I'm a sucker.
Wow, I wrote that.
Yeah.
I never went back to read. I just took a picture down.
Leaving Brooklyn to get home. Ian the cheap Jew is driving me home.
The prank call guy. That's how I refer to him.
You're unbelievable. I like how you call people like cheap
No.
Jew. And you know what?
It's
You're
a
the
reference.
cheapest guy. You don't even chip in for gas when Brian Phelan drives you in every day.
Hey, Howard, it's a reference to Cheap Jew because of the prank call. That's what we call him. It was a reference to him on the show.
Hey, Howard, can I read you one?
Yeah.
Tiptoeing in house. Thank God she's asleep, or she would throw me in an oven like Hitler.
Wow.
Well, I do love her, but, you got to, that's my form of therapy, I guess. A little alcohol and a tweet or two.
Let's see. Don't do drugs unless they're free and make you happy.
That's true.
These are like the babblings of a moron.
That's it. You hit the nail on the head.
I mean, I just realized I'm babbling like a 14-year-old cheerleader who needs a punch in her face. What does that mean?
It means exactly, I guess, what
a
I wrote.
cheerleader needs a punch in her face?
No, like, if you're in a situation where, like a Miley Cyrus fan. No, I really seriously don't want to punch a cheerleader in the face.
I stink more than Snooki's cunt lips.
Wow.
Fuck is with you, man.
I was really hammered, Howard. I was fucked up. Adderall. Don't take Adderall when you're drinking.
What are you doing, man? Why are you getting so drunk? What's going on?
It was a birthday event. It was a nice time, and had a couple of drinks and stuff. So,
Mr. Jew jokes. And John Hine told me, like Sal, the whole ride home, like Sal just mooches rides off everyone. Yeah. And the whole ride home to John Hine, he's always making Jewish jokes.
Really?
No, meanwhile, John Hine plays Guess the Black Car with me. So John Hine's guilty, too.
Guess the black car?
Yeah.
What's that?
When we're driving down the highway, if we see a piece of shit car, we make a bet. Is it a Jewish person, a black person, or a Puerto Rican? And John came up with this game. So we played Guess the Black. Like if you see a beat to shit maroon Toyota missing 2 hubcaps, I go black. And John might go Puerto Rican, and John's pretty good at it.
He's been playing longer than you.
Yes.
I'm looking at these tweets, and it's like Sal misspells the word retard. He spells it REYTATD, and I'm like, You're retarded.
Lots of alcohol.
And how do you determine a Jewish car?
Mercedes. It's a dunk shot.
But how
dude.
can you tell if someone's Jewish in the car? What is there, a big swastika? I mean, a big, what do you call it, a big Star of David?
No, a big Mercedes emblem right on the back.
Yeah, but how do you know they're Jewish?
When we pull up, sometimes you can figure it out. You know, I don't want to go. I'm not saying.
It's just you're boring. Goodbye. That's just so stupid, that game.
I didn't make it up.
All right. Thank you. He's so annoying, and his big picture of his cock. And it's laying on a keyboard, and even JD wrote, like, you know what, dude, remind me not to touch you, or don't touch anything of mine at work.
Right. I didn't want that on my phone.
Sal,
what
the hell happened to you on Saturday night?
I got really drunk.
Where'd you go?
To a birthday party.
And you popped an Adderall and you drank, so you were probably up really late and all like tweaked out almost.
Yeah, bouncing off the walls a little bit.
What, now, these tweets about your wife, you claim they're therapeutic?
Yeah, they helped me a little bit,
But you still stand by your claim that you love your wife and that they didn't really mean anything.
Yes, of course.
But have you ever heard the old adage, a sober man's thoughts are a drunken man's words type of thing? So the truth comes out when you're drunk. Your true feelings about things, your true frustrations, and everything that you have bottled up inside. All these really honest, lucid things.
None of that's true.
Dude, come on.
Not even close.
You're talking like that when you're drunk.
When you get drunk, it taps into your subconscious and it makes you more creative. That's all it is. It's just
creative or honest?
It was a creative process.
So you're still not getting laid very often at home?
No, I'm all right. There's the real racist right there.
Yeah, I'm the one who made that game up.
Yep. See?
Sal,
he's being all coy like he didn't do it.
Come clean, man. Come on.
What do you want me to do?
You still harbor a ton of resentment for the whole 143 thing.
Maybe a little bit, but hey, you gotta get past it. Do I harbor resentment from the 143 thing still?
Yes.
Well, Robin has spoken. I am done.
Now, your wife's not aware of these tweets or these postings?
She is now, and here comes another phone call any minute, I'm sure.
You talk about certain things in society that are like lame or girly or to that effect. Why would you even go on Twitter? This is so I feel like this is so anti-you. Something that's very trendy and
what?
Twitter.
What about it?
Why do you even do that, Twitter? I mean,
I don't know. It's interesting.
Lame.
It's an outlet, It is lame. Twitter's definitely lame. But it's a lameness that, I think we all get caught up in. Facebook's lame, Twitter's lame, MySpace is lame. All this shit's lame. But they're little outlets where you can kind of let your aggressions out when you're drinking, like an idiot.
You cost yourself at least 3 hand jobs with you set yourself back at least 3 hand jobs.
At least. I can't wait to see what my next tweets will be because of these tweets that I got in trouble over.
When are you going to learn, buddy?
When I'm dead.